Hello and welcome to the second podcast. I'm your host, Truth Lives, and with me, King Kai. We're your hosts tonight. We have no guests, sadly. It was a busy week, and we're trying to get back into the whole flow of the podcast thing. But how have you been, Kai?
I've been doing good, getting everything set back up from holidays, that hectic season.
Yeah. It's been like what 4 weeks since we recorded a podcast, I think.
And almost. Think it's been just about 3, maybe 4, something like that.
Something like that. It was crazy though. It's been busy. I'm just glad we
It
took a
also
break
didn't
though.
also didn't help that we didn't have much to actually go over.
Oh
So
yeah. This is like the first TWAB we've had in a month almost.
not even that. It's just
At least it feels like
there really hasn't been that much interesting news to go over.
No, there wasn't. No. This one's actually pretty good news. I'm actually looking forward to the next 4 TWABs that they stated that are going to be happening. Oh man, where's his tweet at? Damn it. Let me see. Let me pull up DMG's Twitter real quick. While we're on the discussion of things, I'm gonna pull this one up real quick so I can actually mention it. But where'd it go? There it is.
At least one of us keeps track of their Twitter.
I
Yeah,
have
I don't. I don't. Or at least I haven't been for this last month and a half.
Okay, so here. So we have 4 TWABs between now and season 13. This is what DMG tweeted on the 14th. That was yesterday. So he said, setting expectations for today would be Crucible and Gamut vendor updates, specifically the ways in which you earn reputation, reissued rewards from the Moon and Dreaming City, tuning the Foreshadowed Drive and Fissures, future goals for Stasis Balance and PvP. Separately, the team is in an active discussion on PvP, but won't have plans to talk about this week. We will share more in the future. Many thanks to all who have been sounding off with feedback. As always, keep it coming. So it just gives you an idea of what they're planning. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to the next 4 TWABs. They've got quite a bit of stuff. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how they go. Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick.
That's all good, man. It's all good.
I'm just double checking some of these tweets because he just posted another one yesterday stating that he's even excited about seeing featured artists being retweeted after a TWAB. Really excited to be running more dungeons for updated roles of the DC/Moon weapons that are out. Always in the hunt for better armor stat rolls too. And he's really excited for vendor changes. And as he put, with clapping hands, he says, "I love Masterwork mats." So we all do.
My only thing about when it comes down to the armor is hopefully it comes with higher rolls.
Oh, I know. It's
I'm
ridiculous.
I'm sick of dating. I'm stuck in the 50s, man.
Dude, I get tired of going into a dungeon. Example being the one they brought back from last season, which is Prophecy, and having it drop with stuff that's only 50 stat roll, like 55. I mean, I think I've seen it. I think I saw 161. But I'm like, it's a dungeon. It's a really hard dungeon. It's not like super easy, especially since the meta way to run it was Mountaintop Anarchy, and that's gone. So I mean, at least that combo. And
Even during that meta, I was rocking a sniper in Anarchy and I was doing good damage.
well, of course, but I mean, I'm just saying that was the meta that he used that had that combo, and it worked really fast.
The only thing that was a really meta heavy that we needed
Anarchy.
was actually no Rise of Darkness.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
Oppressive Darkness was
That was a must.
very well. It's a must in anything when you had Oppressive Darkness. Anything. Oh, dude, I miss that. I do miss Oppressive Darkness. I can only imagine how much faster we could do Deepstone Crypt bosses
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
with Oppressive Darkness.
Honestly, you know what I'm thinking? If it comes back next season, they probably took it away only to prevent people from speedrunning 10x. You know.
Probably. Oh yeah. Which actually, that's gonna be I forgot to write that down in our show topic of the week, but we'll talk about Deepstone Crypt since you finally completed a run of it, and I want to see your thoughts on it and what you think of it. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is gonna be an interesting TWAB to see how we go. Shouldn't be this podcast. I think will be one of our shorter ones because there's not much to talk about due to not having a guest and just trying to get caught back up into the whole recording and editing system after
Yeah.
a few breaks. But I think it'll be fun. I mean, do you think what do you think about this coming back from how long of vacation was this? It's been shit. I gotta check dates. It's gonna bother me if I don't know these dates. How long has it been?
Our,
It
our
has
last
been
our
literally
last
a month.
podcast.
It has been over a month since we recorded a podcast.
That would actually make some sense right there.
Our last episode was posted December 13th.
Yeah. Well, it's only a little over a month by 2 freaking days.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it gave us a time to, it's Christmas time. It was New Year's, so lots of partying, and then it gave us one extra week to recuperate after all that and get used and get ready for this. So,
Honestly, I was ready to do one last week. Just letting you know.
I mean, I could have done one last week too. I just didn't have. We didn't really have anything to cover.
Honestly, yeah, it's just
It would have been like a 6-minute podcast, like what we're sitting at right now.
basically. Yeah, but at least we would have pushed one out.
Yeah, I mean, we could have, but oh well, such is life. Can't fault us for that.
Life comes first before anything else.
Exactly. But cool. How have you been? At least I kind of cut you off in the middle of that.
Honestly, I've been good. Dealing with stuff from work, but
Oh yeah,
and that's a topic that we don't really need to get into right now.
right. That's good though.
Oh, how have you been, man? Especially since it's been a couple weeks since we've actually spoken consistently.
Well, of course. I mean, you're busy. I'm busy. You've been gaming with other people. I've been gaming with other people, trying to meet people.
Plus, plus we've all just been on at different times too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But no, I've been good. I've been just relaxing, getting ready for the new baby. Now I got to find where I'm going to put where am I going to record at? So that's a fun one.
Hey, just build a little recording shed, man.
I might actually. It'd actually be nice to have soundproofing and some other things. It'd be kind of nice. Might build a gaming room out there too, with those LED strips in the ceiling and shit.
Hey, if you do, at least you'll have a good soundproofed room for when you stream.
Oh, I know. That's another thing I was trying to do is do stuff like that, but it's not in the budget at the moment. I got cars to fix. I got houses to pay off, cars to pay off. I got things to do.
Yeah.
That's an expense I don't have money for at the moment, but I would love to do something like that. So, well, do we want to get started a little bit and just kind of go from there real slow?
Honestly, I'm ready whenever you are, man.
Cool, man. So we'll start it off with our normal movies and entertainment. Since we don't have a guest, we'll skip over the interview questions. But has there any new movies or TV shows that you've been watching as of late?
Movies. Honestly, not so much.
Oh.
I've recently got back into watching anime. Mainly because of recommendation from Big Panda. I'm not going to say it over this, just because not that it's inappropriate, but it's too much to go over in a short amount of time.
Right.
How about you? And anything new on your end?
I finally finished Warehouse 13. I did finish that this week, and it was
Really?
okay. When I watch TV shows and I binge, you ever get to a point where you're like, okay, I can't watch this anymore. Especially when you're on a final season of the show and you're like, I can't watch this anymore. I can't finish it right now. So you take a break.
Normally with me that only lasts like 2 days.
Oh, see, it lasted a few weeks for me, and I finally finished it yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before, whatever. It was kind of sad. I could have cried. It was kind of annoying the way they ended shows like that. It was basically a clip show of clips you didn't actually see them do, but it kind of sucked. That's all I gotta say. Like if that makes sense to you, right?
Honestly, yeah, it does.
They did. It was like a. What was it? How'd they put it? They're. Oh man, shit. If you don't know the story about Warehouse 13, I can't really explain much because it isn't how. If you don't know what the whole point of the Warehouse 13 was, then you wouldn't really understand it. But
Dude, I've seen Warehouse 13. I've seen
okay,
the entire thing.
so you understand the so you know the ending, the final season episode,
Yes.
where
Yes,
they
I
do the
know.
whole round table and the clip show basically. That was
Yeah.
sad. That was really fucking sad, especially on the last episode.
Hey, but
Micah
on
and him get together, and I'm like, what the hell? The last episode of the show. Seriously.
honestly, they couldn't really end it any other way though.
Well, no, but I mean, they could have gone so further. I mean, that the very last scene of that show showed Claudia as the caretaker for Warehouse 13. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You could have gone there. Like you can't tell me it's not wrong.
For the majority of that, they were hinting at that
Oh, I
that was
know.
going to be how it ended. So
I was hoping they'd do a couple episodes after that, but no. Oh well.
nah,
And then it was only 9 episodes long. I was like, wow, that's a short season.
it was disappointing. But the reason behind that is they did a budget cut for the during the last season, so
Yeah,
they
budget
couldn't make
cut
it how
and
long.
canceled.
But at least they were able to actually pump out a final episode
Well, yes.
instead of leaving it on a indefinite cliffhanger.
Yeah, that would irritate me. Oh, sorry, my phone is going off, and I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. My phone just got a notification. It was weird. Sorry. um,
Wonderful.
I started watching Man with a Plan. You don't know what that is, do you? Okay, you don't know what that is. So it's a
I've never actually
sitcom.
seen that one.
It's a sitcom starring the guy that played Joey on Friends. He's married and has 3 kids, 2 daughters and a boy and a son.
That one I know.
It's
I know who
just
plays it. It's
so
just
stupid. It's
who,
stupid. It's a sitcom. It really is just a stupid sitcom.
I know who
But
plays it. I just don't really.
I watch a lot of
I haven't seen
sitcoms,
it, so yeah.
and I watched all the way up to the season before the current season being aired on TV for Superstore. That's just stupid funny. So the sitcom, okay, it's kind of I don't know how to explain it. It's not an office. It's not like the Office in the sense of where they're being documented like a documentary. It's oh man, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a drama TV show starring a bunch of people that play like people that work at Walmart kind of thing. It's hilarious and stupid and fucking weird, but funny. So I've been watching that. I watch a lot of stuff. That's all I gotta say. Oh, started watching Cobra Kai season 3 with my
Never
wife.
interested in it.
Oh, dude, you need to watch Cobra Kai. It's actually really good. Like for being a
Never been interested in it, dude.
YouTube Red show up until season 2, and then season 3 being made by Netflix because Netflix bought it from YouTube. I mean, it is beautiful, amazing, and it stars every single actor from the original Karate Kid movies. Like Johnny is played by the actual person that played Johnny in the movie. He Daniel Russo is played by the same guy that played Daniel Russo as a kid. I mean, it's got everybody, everybody.
That I know. That I know. So I just haven't ever been interested in the show.
Oh, okay,
And I know me saying this is going to piss off people, but I don't really care. I
I
just haven't been interested in the show.
I
I've seen
started it.
trailers for it. I've seen things about it.
Hmm.
I tried watching the first season back when it was on YouTube Red. I didn't really, wasn't really much that I could do about enjoying it.
First season was pretty good, decent. Started it out pretty cool, but second season it actually really kicked off, and then third season it's actually gotten so good. And they brought back characters from actual the movies from I think Karate Kid 2. It's been a while since I've seen them. But no, I mean, it's a great show. Do not. I haven't. I can't spoil anything because I haven't seen the rest of season 3. I stopped halfway through because my wife fell asleep, and I'm not going to watch it without her. But my wife and I just picked it up because I saw it had Karate Kid, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch this. Let's see what happens. I'm not even. I mean, I watched Karate Kid as a kid, and it was just really cool to watch. Um, and then have this TV show made based off of it, really cool. Brought back a lot of characters from it too. So I don't know. It's a really cool idea to do something with that, and it actually has a really good. I feel like Karate Kid as a TV show is actually pretty cool. Personally, I feel like it'd be a better TV show than a movie, but that's just me. What else is there? I think that's it. Truly, I mean, that's a lot of TV shows. I don't have much to do. You can tell I don't do a lot. I get home from work and I watch something on my phone. Not on my TV, because my TV I'm usually gaming. But I have my phone on and I'm watching TV unless I'm at a party with somebody.
Even then, it doesn't stop you most of the time.
No. Sometimes it
Because
does.
most of the time we did hear it going on.
Well, when you first join, yes. If I'm in the middle of a portion that I don't want to stop on, especially in the middle of a very deep part of a TV show or movie, I'm like, okay, I can't stop it here because I'm already this far in, and there's the climax is right here. I need to know what the fuck just happened before I pause it. Sounds stupid, but that's what it is. I have to do it. I have to do that. It's gonna bother me if I don't. But no, I try to avoid that. Whenever people join the party, I'm like, okay, I'll leave. I'll stop. I'll watch. I'll go do things now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sure you do.
Seriously, I don't do that. Um, but yeah, that's it. That's all I had for movies and TV shows. Is there anything else for you? Because I feel I spent at least like 10 minutes talking about what I watch.
Honestly, no. Oh, if there's been anything new, it's mostly been honestly not new stuff. It's Curse of Oak Island, Forged in Fire, South Park. Not new shit that I've been watching. So
Mm, okay, good to know. But at least you know your priorities. um, so what games have you been playing as of late? Because I know I know
mostly
go ahead.
I've been playing Vision 2 with Vesper and a couple others whenever they join. Um, I've been mainly working on the clan on that end as well.
Hmm. How's that going?
Honestly, it's going good. I've been mostly purging those who've been gone, who've been MIA for at least as far as it counts in game has been over 90 days. So
Okay.
there's only a couple that I've kept in the clan from that long, and it's mainly I'm going to try to get in touch with them. War and Valor mainly.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Um, anyone else, if I don't know them and if they don't get back in touch with me after I message them, they're removed. And most of the time I give them 2 days or so on average.
That's not terrible though, honestly.
It's just working on getting that done. And honestly, just having fun with that. I've occasionally been hopping back onto Destiny, doing things like doing things with that. Just like with the raid the other day.
Yeah.
Um, but honestly, aside from the raid, I haven't been doing much on Destiny as it is. So,
Right. Right. Which we'll talk about here in a bit when we go to our short topic of the week. We'll talk about some things.
um,
Anything else?
Borderlands 3, I've been playing more. Mainly
I think I saw you
playing
get on there.
mainly been playing Arms Race. Been having fun with that. Um, Anything else? Mortals Phoenix Rising. I've been playing that one off and on.
How is that, by the way?
Honestly it's great.
Is it single player or multiplayer? I can't remember.
Single player.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Now, what about you? Anything new
I've
that you've
been
been playing?
a lot of games. Honestly, I've been swapping between Call of Duty Cold War, um, which I've been enjoying. That it's been kind of fun. We usually play anywhere from VIP to Domination to Prop Hunt to Raid 24/7 and Nuketown 24/7 to 3v3 gunfight, snipers only, and bullshit like that. Been playing Battlefield 5 a little bit here and there. Been playing Division 2 here and there.
Honestly, that one, in my opinion, you need to play it just a little bit more. But
Well, dude, I've got so many games, it's not even funny. The amount of games installed on my hard drive is ridiculous. I think I have 45 games installed.
that's the thing. I know at least with Division. I'm not really the only one that's been trying to help you with this, but me and Vesper, we've been trying to pretty much help you at least get there more with on par with us. You know, get an actual build going,
Oh,
get
I know.
more gear.
I know. I've been working on it slowly and surely. I was working on solo stuff.
And we're also trying to get enough people in the clan just active consistently enough to actually attempt the raid.
Ah, okay.
One of the two raids.
See, nobody told me that. See, nobody told me that one. It's
We
your
told you
fault.
that
It's
a
your
while
fault.
ago.
No, last time I heard a raid about something in Tom Clancy's game, it was Breakpoint, and we never did it.
That's because we didn't have enough people.
We had enough people. We had 4 people. We had Bear, myself.
Yeah, and we also
Insanity.
had it wasn't Insanity that at the point. It was Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic ended up it was either Sonic, me, or you that ended up needing to bail for some reason.
I can't remember either. But yeah,
But
no.
all I know is during that one something came up where we had to cancel it. But
When
for the
did something?
division raid, I brought up getting enough people to do the raid when I first started playing division again,
See, okay, okay. Well, I'll
and
work
you
on it.
were in the party at the time.
I'll work on it then. I'll get on there more. I promise. I'll help you
Sure.
recruit and I'll help you do things because I gotta hold your hand.
Really? I see how it is.
What? You love me. Leave me alone. No, no, it was worth it. I had to say it, but no, I'll get on. I'll get on more. I've been working on some other things as well. I mean, I'm working on some clan stuff we discussed in a meeting the other night. So, been working on that kind of stuff, trying to get things set up for that. But, um, no, I mean, I've been just enjoying it, just kind of playing here and there. I think I just got back on Destiny 2 for all week this last week, actually, this week. I jumped on Destiny 2 more than I jumped on any other game this week. Doing the final hunt mission and doing the what is it? Oh, the raids. I did Last Wish with some guys, and I did Deepstone Crypt. So, which I need to do this week so I can get my pinnacles.
Honestly, I'd be down to doing Deepstone. You know, honestly, after this, if we get people, I'd be down to do it then.
Yeah, man. Well, depends if my wife will let me. She's watching TV in the other room, and I don't want to do that to her. Just rude.
Understandable.
But but yeah, I would be down. It'd be kind of fun. So we'll just segue right into that then. So for the show topic of the week, I have 3 topics. One I didn't write down because it was just a random thought as we were talking. I'll start with that one. What are your thoughts on the Deepstone Crypt since you finally got a clear? Like what were your thoughts?
Honestly, short raid, but it is a fun raid. As long as, well, of course, as long as you have people that actually know the roles and know how to do things.
Yep. I think the hardest encounter, in my opinion, when it comes to when it comes to raid mechanics, is third encounter, to a point. Or no?
Honestly, no. It was simple.
No, it's second encounter.
Simple.
Sorry, it's second encounter.
Second is the
second
hardest.
Encounter could fuck somebody up.
Yeah, that one is the wall of the raid.
It's an actual damage check where you're gonna get fucked.
Pretty much, yeah. It is equivalent to a DPS check and a raid and a heavy raid mechanic.
Yep. The only reason I say
honestly,
the only reason why I say raid third encounter is an entire major encounter, or at least a hard encounter to a point, is because the amount of juggling you have to do in such a small space.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. It's also because it's in a small space why it's easier as well. True. along those same lines.
It was pretty fun.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is. I will say this though, it was pretty fun the last time when I took you through it. That nobody knew what the fuck they were doing except for like maybe 2 people in the raid, and we just one phased it, and we weren't really ready to start doing the encounter because I was trying to explain the encounter to you, and then everybody just started it. I'm like, oh shit.
Hey, that's what Mayhem's for.
Oh yeah, but I was surprised we were able to one phase it, but hey. But all it does is I say that third encounter teaches you the mechanics behind fourth encounter. That's all it is. It's what it is. Because they add the third and final augment, right? Or roll. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Augment or roll or whatever the fuck you want to call the damn thing.
Honestly, it's understandable on that one, but it's also simple to get down, but hard to master.
Yes. Now, with you being
which honestly, in my opinion, sorry for cutting you off.
Oh no, you're good.
Is the exact opposite of second encounter. It's hard to get down, but easy to master.
Yes. I mean, I've done both upstairs and downstairs, and they're both pretty easy to do.
It's just that it's hard to get down for, especially if you're teaching a lot, more than one person.
Yes, and I don't know if I'd want to do that. I would rather teach probably 1 or 2 people at most at a time. Just because I would say, when it comes down to it, Last Wish, I could probably take a full team of brand new people that have never done it before through a raid. It's not super mechanic heavy.
Yeah. It's honestly not.
The most mechanic heavy encounter, in my opinion, would be Vault and Morgoth.
No,
those 2 to me would be.
It'd be Vault and Shirochi.
You think so? I mean, Morgoth.
Yeah.
Morgoth is a pretty simple encounter. Jump in the ball and that's it.
Shirochi mainly because you would need to teach 4 new people. Probably no, not really 4 new people. 3 new people how to do the puzzle.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. That does take some time.
So I would be sitting there for a while till they get it down.
Yeah, 2 would be the hard one. Okay, you're right.
Morgoth is easy.
Yeah, jump in the balls. When you get stuck, cleanse, and that's it. Rinse and repeat.
Especially if you do the force right method. You know? Like what we pretty much always do.
Yeah, 2 on the right, and then 1 each on the left, and then do it again. You know what's funny? I took who was it? Oh, Sin. You haven't met him yet. He's from the Guardian Hub. Pretty cool guy. Pretty cool. I asked him if he had an Xbox. He's normally a PS4 guy. And he was like, yeah, I do. I'm like, cool. Do you want to join us for a raid real quick? We're at Morgath Encounter. He's like, sure. So he jumped in. He joined us. And I told him how we do it. And he's like, I have never heard of that strat. I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah.
That's really the only strat that we do for Morgoth.
Mm-hmm. And he's done other ones where you do everybody picks up an orb, like all of them, and it's supposed to be how they do it. Is the person that picks up the first one in at the front, right next to Morgoth, is also going to go to the right side, and he's going to pick up balls on the right side too. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, that would work too. I mean, technically, if you want to force right side first, you'd still do it that way too. I mean, either way, it's a pretty cool. It was a pretty cool idea to have that be told. But I was like, that's. But he's never heard of the way we do it. I'm like, yeah, when they have one person pick up balls on right, and then we have two people on left picking up balls, and he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. It forces right side to get picked first. And then usually the guy that cleanses right side gets stuck the second time. So
Usually, but it also depends on how quickly the runner on right picks up a second too.
true. But yeah, it was a pretty fun raid. We had a lot of fun, lots of jokes. And then I also learned this really cool thing for Riven. You don't have to go to joining allies all the time. Like straight up.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's just that honestly, that makes it a little bit easier in the long run.
Yeah, you have to listen for the noise, but he showed us, Sin showed us a way you can just go stand inside the room. If you see a certain shadow move across the screen, it means you stay or you leave.
Well, yeah, it's just that method I've known about.
See, that was
Honestly,
a
I've
new
known
one for
about
me.
that. Honestly, I've known about that since before I even did it the first time. It's just I don't trust that method mainly because I'm blind.
We were so confused. We were like, where'd he go? He's like, you guys don't stay down here? I'm like, no. He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, we just go straight to joining allies. He's like, oh, well, you didn't know about this method? I'm like, no, I had no idea that was even a thing.
Hey, learn something new every day.
Exactly. It was cool though. It was cool to learn that and watch it be done. It was actually really cool because it helped us it saved us a little bit of time. We didn't have to do the whole joining allies and jumping all the way back down all the time. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was it. Do you have any other thoughts on Deepstone Crypt?
Only thought is I just wish I actually got more loot than just gauntlets pretty much every single encounter.
I know. I feel bad for you. I don't know why it does that. For some reason, it's not supposed to, but it does it anyways.
As it is the only reason how I got the LMG was because of fucking since we did challenge mode.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also got and I also got the sniper from one of the fucking chest pulls.
Mm. Oh, I was gonna ask you. Go ahead.
Honestly, that roll was actually not that bad that I got. So
nice. I meant to ask you, what were your thoughts on 4-ball strat compared to 2-ball? Because I know you've tried 2-ball strat and you've tried the 4-ball strat now. What is your thoughts on them?
4-ball is infinitely easier.
It is. I've done it more times now. The hardest part is if you have more than one person to teach. I feel like it'd be a lot harder to teach.
Well, for 4-ball, not really. Oh, the only thing is you would just need to teach them where to go with the balls, depending on where the boss goes.
True.
Because as long as they get the numbers down for each of the zones, it's fine.
Yeah.
And as long as you can actually hear when people call out where they're going, since that was a little confusion when we did for what was it, a couple runs.
Yeah.
There was what, 3 of us going to the same fucking same spot.
Yeah. Kingsley Mac was getting kind of irritated.
Yeah, honestly, I understand that. You know, I honestly was too. It's just with him, it's also understandable since he was on a time limit.
Oh yeah, and I get it too. And I was surprised when he said it was his last run. We were able to finish it all the way through. I was like, badass.
Honestly, um, it wasn't that much of a surprise that we got it then,
Mm.
because we were getting closer and closer each time, you know.
Yeah.
As it is the time before that one when we ended up wiping, it was really just an overall wipe we really didn't have much control over.
Yeah. All I can say is if Darth Phoenix would have let me do my finisher, I would have had more ammo to kill the boss faster. But no, no, he couldn't let me do my finisher. So I had no
It's
shotgun
also
ammo into
because
90% of the runs.
and it's also your fault too.
Hey,
You didn't inform your partner
I did. I told him I had that,
after.
and he didn't do it either.
It was after the fact, dude. I was there. I know. I heard.
All I can say though, it is definitely worth it to do double shotty. You would think it wouldn't be, but it's actually worth it. If you get a Divinity user to do it, double shotty is so fun. Hardest
Honestly,
part is I think
the
console you
only
can't do hot swapping. That's the only thing you can't do on console is hot swap. It's just
honestly,
faster and safer on PC.
honestly, do you want to know what my loadout was for that? Because it wasn't dual shotty.
Oh, I know it wasn't. What was yours?
It was Astral Horizon, but just since I don't have any better shotty,
Mm.
um, trusty, but since the role that I got before a long time ago was actually pretty decent, so I was like, fuck, I'm putting it out.
Nice.
And then, well, Xenophage.
Really, you went Xenophage route? I went Anarchy because I could just shoot it and then use my primary weapons.
I went Xenophage and then switched to my shotty once I was out.
Ah,
Since I was since as the gods that are called Titans, we have the
the beautiful
Athian War
chess
Rig.
piece. Yes, 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 yes. That chess piece of
Yes,
of life.
yes, that I had that on, so I didn't need to worry about reloading.
Oh. This sounds really stupid. Don't hate me for this, but who wants to? You want to try doing a full Titan Deepstone Crypt with that and Sweet Business and one Divinity
Honestly,
user?
honestly, it's possible.
I
That
would
would actually be a
love.
lot of damage going out.
I would
The only
love
thing that
to
would make
see
it better
this.
is honestly the only thing that would make it better is honestly if we have one person pop a rally barricade just so we could all get the reloads done quicker.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
but since we're not going to have a Lunafaction well,
Right. All I can say is I would love to see that. I really do. Oh man. Okay, now we have to plan for that now. A full Titan raid with Sweet Business and and that. Oh, that's gonna be stupid as fuck.
we would just need to make sure that people actually have armamentarium before they join, though. That's the
Mhm.
only issue.
No, it's not Armamentarium. That's the dual grenade one. Armamentarium. That's the. You just said it too.
Attian Warrid.
There we go. I'm like sitting
I
there
don't know
like
why I've been thinking of I don't know why I've been thinking of the fucking
Armamentarium. I have no idea.
armamentarium.
It sounds like it should be that though. Don't hate me, but it sounds like that's what it should be named.
Hey,
Actian War Rig should not.
you're definitely not a true Titan main then.
But it's not. It doesn't sound right. Armamentarium sounds like something with ammo.
Armamentarium has been the name since Destiny 1. It is fine.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Anyone who says otherwise should go ahead and suck my schlong.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta get this moving. We've wasted like 30 minutes on one topic.
Hey, it's just normal for us. You know that, right?
That's true. That's true. Uh, so I know you didn't play much of the Dawning, but what were your thoughts on the Dawning?
Same thing as last year, just with a little bit more extra steps.
Okay.
Plus a shitty community.
And that community event was kind of garbage, in my opinion. I had one of our buddies from the TFB jump in to do finished it out for my character because I hadn't had a chance to log in and get the last cookie done so I can get the last achievement and get the shader and everything. So I had TDO jump on my character for me, and he finished it out for me. He made my cookie and gave it to Saint 14, and that was it. and it literally didn't even give me my exotic cipher. But it gave me
Okay,
an
that
it gave
is
me I think it gave me one exotic engram, and that was it. Um, oh, sorry, I just got someone on Xbox messaged me. My bad. But yeah, it was kind of irritating. I just got one random exotic engram, and that was it. And I'm like, wow, wow. And it wasn't even a good roll either. I'm like, wow, what a community event. We had to make, how many cookies was it? Or how much Dawning Spirit was it? I think it was like 3 billion
unless
Dawning
they had
Spirit.
a fucking
Throw on a
rework it.
what was it, a triple times? Like they had to
They had to
give us
rework it so
triple
many
rewards.
times.
Yeah, it was a really bad community event. They didn't want us to fail it. And everybody's like, no, let us fail it. Let us fucking fail it. We want to see what happens if you fail.
Yeah, really, honestly.
I would love to see what
Um,
happens. I would love to. Could you have imagined? So, you remember back on season of Dawn with Saint 14, and the very last like 4 weeks of the season, we had that community event where we would have to put tokens into the what are those machines called? I can't remember what they're called. The arbalists. Yeah, bleh,
yeah, blists.
yeah, that thing. And it would contribute to unlocking trials, right?
Honestly, we would have gotten trials regardless. It's just
Oh, of course. But could you imagine what they would have done if we would have failed that?
honestly they wouldn't that one mainly because of how story heavy it was. Oh, it was going to be, especially for setting up the new lighthouse.
Well, yeah.
Um, they wouldn't have let us fail it.
No, but
It's story
I'm just
heavy.
giving, I'm letting you think. I
If
just
it's
want your
story
opinion.
heavy, well, honestly, in my opinion, if it's story heavy, they won't ever let us fail it.
No,
If
of
it
course not.
with any of these random ones, like for Dawn, they really should let us fail. Um, but honestly, they probably would have done some bullshit with still giving us the cutscene, still showing us doing that. You know,
Well, what would have been really cool to me, in my opinion, if we would have failed that, I feel like they could have made this really cool cutscene. Like all they would have to do is edit just a little bit of it, and make it as if it was going to happen. Like we were going to still have trials, but because we failed for that season, there'd be a special it'd be a special version of trials, if that makes sense, right?
honestly, it does.
Like
It's
we
just
failed, and when because you failed, the trials tokens get put when you turn them into Saint 14. They're put into a fund to rebuild the lighthouse.
then it'd be just another community event that would be failed,
Probably, but I'm just saying.
and it would,
That's
and it
just my
would still
thoughts. Something along those lines. Could you imagine if they would have done that?
would have just been a vicious cycle of never-ending failed community events.
True, true. But hey, oh well, such is life.
Honestly, yeah.
But no, I agree with you full heartedly on the Dawning event. It was so stupid and ridiculous. I mean, it was the exact same thing. The only thing that was really cool about it, though, I will say, is one thing that was really cool about it was the shaders did look nice this season. They looked nice. The armor set
They
was
did.
pretty decent looking.
I didn't bother
Um,
getting it.
I know, I did on my Titan at
I
least.
th- Honestly, I thought about it. It's
I
just
didn't log into any other characters during the seasonal event to check out the armors. Oh well.
honestly, I did think about getting it. It's just I didn't. It wasn't. It just wasn't for me. You know.
I get it. I get it completely. No, I mean, there was that, and there was also what was it? One more thing. Oh, one of the triumphs. If you generated enough Dawning Spirit and you maxed out the triumph, you unlocked a special discount code that gave you a digital version of the Grimoire books, or the very first volume. I thought that was great. I loved that. That was the only thing I really wanted from that. When I saw that in the Triumph section. I was like, oh, I'm getting that. I am so getting that. So I can unlock that achievement and get the book because I've been wanting to get those books, but they're so expensive. I can't afford them.
Honestly, yeah, there are.
And they're not digital. That was the only digital one that they had. They don't sell them digitally, and I'm like, really? You could have sold them digitally. But no, I mean, I was like so happy to see that, and I got it, and I was like, yes, yes, I got it. So, have I read it yet? No, but I have it, so I can read it whenever the fuck I want. Because I've been wanting to get more into the background lore of the game. I'm looking forward to. I think book 4 is they're writing.
I think so, something like that.
I think it's book 4. I think they just finished book 3, and so they're working on book 4, which is pretty cool. So I hope they do more stuff like that, and they give us more of that kind of stuff as a Triumph thing. So I don't know, just a thought. Any more comments on that before we move on to the last topic?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right, so the final topic of the week would be thoughts on the final hunt. You haven't done it yet, Kai, but what would you think it is? Like, how do you think it would go down?
If I want to be honest,
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't. I lost interest in this season very early on.
Well, okay. I hate to say this. This season is exactly like the first season of Shadowkeep. It was so boring. Nothing was worth chasing.
Actually, the Shadowkeep one was worse. The only reason why I even got into doing it was just to kill the fucking son of a bitch Undying Mind again for nostalgia reasons.
No, I do agree with that.
That's about it. There's no reason for that it would drew me in. The only actual overarching reward for doing it was that ship, and it wasn't even a guaranteed drop.
It's not. And what here's okay. So you haven't seen this yet. Have you seen the new the hidden ship inside of the reservoir?
Hidden ship in the reservoir?
Yeah, there's an actual physical ship that there was a okay. During the whole when they revealed the Hawkmoon thing and you did the Hawkmoon quest, when you go kill that boss in the reservoir at the end, it's almost set up like that strike room. It's not. Trust me, I've been there when you're playing the strike, and it doesn't take you to the boss room. Sadly. But when you're there and you kill that boss, there's a doorway that's closed, and there was a hawk there, either hawk or crow or something like that. Anyways, if you go there, there's a door closed. There's a thing that says "Commune with the Traveler." If you press it, it was a special dialogue would talk about how there was a ship that the crow had used, and it was basically broken because it was like basically not working anymore. It left there.
Yeah, I remember that.
After the Hive Celebrate mission came out, that door is open.
Yeah, cool.
You can go in there and actually see the ship. The Traveler transformed the ship. The Traveler repaired that said ship. It is basically, it almost looks like Hawkmoon in a way. It's actually kind of cool looking. So I'm hoping we get that as a reward at some point. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to happen because we've only got how many days left in the season? Not very many. Maybe next season or something like that, or it's going to be part of the hidden dungeon that everybody keeps alluding to, because to this day, we still have not gotten the fucking random rolls for Hawkmoon. To this day. And there's less than a month away for Season 13. I'm like, what the hell? How am I going to get Hawkmoon's random rolls?
Honestly, my guess is that they're honestly going to be saving that till next season.
See, I don't think that.
If there's anything in the triumphs for it, they're just going to recycle it and put them in next season. And just if it's for the seal or whatever, they'll just end up giving whoever has the rest of the triumphs done the seal itself.
You think so?
Honestly, yeah. Because with how little time is left in the season, I doubt they're going to be releasing anything. If they do,
Let me
I
say
won't be
this. Do you
surprised.
remember? Do you remember what they said? This year, everything that was done in the seasons is will stay. So the hive mission, the lures will stay. So those activities will stay. You can do the hunts still; those will stay, um, and stuff like that. So I mean, there's an opportunity they could do that. They could do the hidden dungeon and all that kind of stuff at near the end of the season and still be staying around. Do I like that? No. I don't feel like it's right for them to do that kind of stuff right now. I feel like we're hurting for content. There is so little to do. Truly. I mean, we've already burned through all of Beyond Light. We've already burned through all of the season of the hunt stuff. What am I gonna do? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I supposed to do in this game to keep me playing?
I
Sure,
watch some anime. That's what I do.
right. Well, I'm just like everybody else is saying on like Twitter and stuff. Like, oh yeah, it's good to take breaks. Take a break. I'm like, I have. I've taken breaks. I've been waiting for new content. And the moment when new content's done, I burn through it in 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was it. Like the Hive Celebrate mission, first day it goes out, it goes live, it's bugged as fuck. Bungie had to release a tweet. This is the tweet that they sent us. They said you cannot
Go
be too
slow
fast
in
and
the
you cannot be
mission.
too slow. Yeah, it was ridiculous. All I can say is once I finally got it done, stupid, ridiculously easy mission. I mean, I died a few times only because of bullshit.
Doesn't that always happen though?
However, I will say this
No.
though: the final boss, you would think the final boss, the actual where you kill the final boss, finally kill it, because you get like 3 chances to kill this damn thing, and you don't fucking kill it. The final chance you actually get to
Plot
kill it,
armor.
yeah, right. But the final time you actually kill it, it is not a no respawn zone, which I thought was stupid because I died 3 times in that because of stupid bullshit. Because of random taken captains coming out of nowhere and slapping my ass.
So they pretty much ended up making it infinitely easier than the normal version.
Yeah, basically, because if I
But is
died, I just reset right where I left off with the damage phase, so my damage is already there. I'm like, wow.
is the normal hunts, if you
Die, it
if you only
resets
die,
you.
it well pretty much the entire boss fight.
Mm-hmm. And they made it infinitely easier. But I will say this though, the final cutscene, kind of badass.
Honestly, I don't really care. Eventually,
Do
I'll
you want me
see
to
it on
spoil it? Do you want
YouTube.
me to spoil it?
As I said, I don't really care.
Okay. Anyways, you basically tell Spider to go fuck himself.
Got time.
You basically tell Spider to go fuck himself. You say because he said he gives you the option of like when you go kill the celebrate, you can have anything in my lair. The one you know what you pick for the thing, you choose the crow. And so from there, he basically told you to go fuck off and get the fuck out. That's basically what he said. He's like, get out of my sight. I don't want to see you anymore. So I'm wondering if next season he'll be pissed off at us and won't let us come to the lair anymore.
He'll be pissed. He'll probably charge us more, but that's about it.
That'd be kind of cool to see that kind of stuff dynamic wise. I don't know. That's a thought.
At the very least, just for one season, make everything in the fucking
Storm
spider
ridiculous.
shop. Just make it fucking cost 150 glimmer.
Fuck. 150,000 glimmer.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by
Oh,
if it was 150 flat, if it was
he'd
150 flat, he'd be he'd be
rich.
too happy with us.
Yes, no joke. But so that was interesting to see. I mean, it was cool. I mean, I'm surprised. I was surprised because I was not expecting my guardian to say that, but he
Honestly,
obviously didn't give a shit anymore. He does feel that the crow is no longer Aldrin Sov, which makes
well, the
sense.
thing is, you know how I feel on that topic. I
Oh
already
yeah,
saw this coming that fucking our guardian was going to basically all but forgive him.
I mean it makes
You know,
sense. It
I,
does
I
make
I already
sense.
I already fucking knew. You know, so
Mm,
it's
not news to you.
yeah, it's really not because everything lore-wise was pointing to that it was going to happen eventually, whether
Right.
it was this season or later on down the road.
Mm.
Just so happened Bungie decided to grace it with this season.
Yeah. And it was cool to see how it went down. I do feel that the ship it should be a guaranteed role. I'm tired of example being Cloud Strike. I still haven't gotten that damn thing because it's a fucking random drop exotic. Who the fuck would think of that? And it's in a fucking playlist.
Well, honestly, the way Cloud Strike works, I'm fine with that. Honestly, I am because I actually like those hunts.
Well, I mean,
The
too, they're
Empire
not
hunts,
bad.
the Empire hunts, I actually like those. But my whole problem is,
I'm not grinding
wait,
800 of them to get that damn thing. I'm sorry.
mine is, my problem is the pinnacle, how it's tied to it.
Yeah.
Because when I got the pinnacle, I was thinking that okay, do the Empire hunt on a certain difficulty and under a certain time limit, and you get the pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was learning. That's what I was thinking it was gonna be. But no, it's tied to it in a different way, and I was like, fuck shit, I'm not doing this.
It's a random chance every single time. I'm like, really? I mean, you could have done it. You could have done exactly as you said. The higher difficulty, the more likely you're going to get it. But no, they didn't do that. It's the exact same thing no matter what difficulty you set it to. Stupid. Stupid.
Honestly, for that, I'm fine with the pinnacle. The pinnacle reward.
Oh.
Pinnacle reward. That is the only thing I have an actual issue with.
Oh, okay.
Just how it's tied to the how it's tied to the Empire hunts.
Oh.
But aside from that, I could really care less. I'm fine with it. But granted, I just haven't had the mental capacity to just sit there and
Grind for it?
um,
Neither have I.
mainly because I'm, as well as I do, I've been kind of burnt out of Destiny for a while.
No, yeah, I don't blame you. I mean,
I came
this
to
is
DLC.
very content dry.
That's about it.
This season
We
is very
need
content dry. We need something new.
a lot more new.
Well, it was okay. So everybody's all complaining about how we only have one exotic, which is Hawk Moon, because I do not count the one that comes in the season pass. Because how we've done it the past
Are you talking
what?
about quest, or are you talking about quest based?
Yes, because normally we get
Is
technically we get two quest based ones and one season pass exotic every season.
we have had two quest based ones season.
What's the second one?
Lament. Remember the one that was
That's
bug
not
free for a
not a
week?
season. That's not a season. That's Beyond Light.
It was still a quest based one.
Yes, but it's Beyond Light, not Season of the Hunt. I'm talking about hunt season stuff. I'm not talking about DLC. DLC, whatever they want. But seasons,
But
they've been
that's the thing.
consistently giving us two quest ones and one season pass.
Round.
Huh?
Round.
What?
Look back to Shadowkeep.
Well,
There's
no.
only
Well,
there's only
Shadowkeep
two
only
quest
had.
based ones. Oh, Shadowkeep actually was less. It only had one quest based one and one season pass one. But the quest based one was tied to the DLC, not the season.
Was it?
And they changed. Yes.
Oh shit! What exotics did they have for that season? Um, shit. I gotta pull up a little light real quick.
Because majority of the, well, technically, it did have two quest-based ones. One of them you had to get. One of them you got from actually completing the DLC itself.
Because from
Um,
what I remember, in Season of the Undying, that was Monte Carlo, was a random drop.
hmm,
Then you had
Deathbringer, which was the quest-based one. Then you
Ariana's
had
Vow,
yep,
and Deathbringer was technically part of
DLC,
Shadowkeep, not part of
Undying.
Undying. Oh, Leviathan's Breath was the other one.
That's right. I did have. I always forget about that mission because it was such a bad mission.
I hated that
Yeah.
fucking bullshit strike. That strike was garbage. Dog shit.
But
Garbage.
honestly, if you look at it, both of those weren't. Oh, both of those space weren't tied to the season though. They both happened in the season. That's the
Well,
same
yeah,
thing with this.
they weren't tied to
It's
the
under
season. No.
it's under it's under back to back on track with it being two quest based ones in the season, one season past one next season, more
Yeah,
than
I know.
likely.
That's what I was gonna say. As I was gonna talk about that, I was actually gonna say that, but you just kept going with it, so I wasn't gonna interrupt you. That no, I basically with Undying, we only got Monte Carlo, Leviathan's Breath, and the season pass one. Makes sense. So this season, what do you expect? We're not gonna get the exact same thing because if you come back to Season of Dawn, you got Devil's Ruin. Um, what's that damn thing? Bastion,
Bastion,
and you also got what was that? Cemetery.
Symmetry.
You got those three weapons. So I don't know. I'm just
Honestly,
kind of curious
I
to
could
know.
still care less. I could still care less about Bastion.
I know. I don't use Bastion. I pulled out Devil's Ruin the other day though. I was having a lot of fun with that. Lots of fun,
Well, Devil's Ruin's always fun.
especially in
It's a
Crucible.
legit sidearm.
Took a Space Dandy out quite
Those,
a bit the other night. You missed it.
those who use it in Crucible are scumbags.
Hey, hey, hey! Oh, I did it in custom games. I did it against Space Dandy. We played Widow's Court
It,
five
well, that's
on
the thing.
one.
If it's in custom games, it's fine because anything you either do anything goes or you do fucking with set rules. It's
Yeah.
fine, you know. But if it's in a normal Crucible, be the jackass who uses that. Don't be a jackass who uses freaking
With the meta right now, you cannot.
Lesto
I tried. Don't hate me,
or
but you can't use Devil's Ruin in the current meta. You cannot. I tried it.
well,
It's absolute dog shit.
well, yeah. There's a lot of good weapons that are dog shit in the current meta, but is dog shit itself.
True. Which we'll talk about here in a minute with the TWAB. Some things that they're going to change to PvP. Somewhat. Not a lot, but some. But
Eh, hopefully, whatever the changes are, they're actually good and enjoyable ones.
well, right now
You know?
it's mostly stasis balancing, not in PvP, but in the current game because there's some problems with it being
Oh,
imbalanced.
if they do anything to freaking Behemoth, I'm gonna be pissed. Because just like
It's
I said
already
before,
weak as it is. I'm sorry, but it is. Behemoth is one of the weakest supers in a sense.
it
Damage
is also the
output wise.
most balanced out of the three. It is the most balanced out of the three. That's all I'm saying for myself. Right?
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, I think that's about it. Do you have anything else you want to comment on real quick?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
And it's a good thing we're moving on before we
Yeah.
spend too much longer on it.
Let's see. We're already an hour in, and we still have the news for the TWAB to cover, the other gaming news, answer some questions from from our fans, uh, talk about our music, and that's it. So we still got quite a bit to go through. This will be about a 2-hour podcast, I bet. So, but cool. We'll get started on it then. All right. So this week at Bungie, they say they're back in action. It's been a while, hasn't it? Since the TWAB, you've gotten your hands on Hawkmoon. The Dawning has come and gone. Next generation consoles received some wonderful enhancements. You've released a crow from their cage, and Lord Saladin wants you to decimate your foes with stasis in the Iron Banner, which I thought was funny. If you go talk to um, Lord Salad Fingers about anything while you're wearing stasis, he gets pissed off at you.
Ah, good.
It's funny. I thought
That
it's
means
hilarious.
that means Solid Head is always going to be pissed at me since I'm always rocking Icefall Mantle.
Iso Mantle doesn't need to be procced with. You can use it with any super. You knew that,
Technically,
right?
technically. Oh yeah, I know, but
Okay.
technically,
Okay, just making sure you knew that because some people don't know that and they're like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's any super. It's not stasis based. There's only
And
one.
they
There's only one stasis based super required armor piece right now, and that's being Mask of Bacchus."
but honestly, in my opinion, is really stupid because
Agreed. I feel like it
it.
should be exactly like Icefall Mantle works. Any super
Well,
goes.
no, what I was gonna say is all of them should be tied to stasis for it to work.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I don't think um the what's that called? Damn it, that one, the new one for the Warlock, the arm piece.
The necrotic.
Yeah, Necrotic Grip, because I feel like next DLC we're gonna get some kind of poison based super of some kind. I don't know what it'd be called, but it'd be something poison based. I only say that because it just seems logical in the way the thing's going.
Honestly, if we do get something like that, I want to. Oh, for at least for one of the grenades, I want to see a technically a poison-based void wall.
Ooh,
You know,
they kind of cool.
either a poison-based void wall or
Incendiary grenade.
not not the cold snap, but the
Incendiary.
no. I'm talking about the grenades from that we know with stasis, not the
Duskfield.
yes.
Okay,
Yes, a poison-based one like Dustfield though.
I'd be cool with
That would
that.
actually be.
It'd be kind of cool. A gas. Ooh, could we get a gas cloud? Oh, that'd be badass. Okay, we're gonna.
We need
Can
to
I
start
get mustard
speculations.
gas? No, white phosphorus.
God. We need to stop before we get accused of committing war crimes.
I know. But I mean, seriously. It's a thought. It was just something I mentioned, but I just had to say that because it's exactly what we're saying. But
And it's also and it's also a common theory going around the community.
yes, it is. But all right, let's get back on track. So maybe we can get this done and have time to do something. So on the Bungie side of things, we took a breather. This last year has been full of challenges that none of us expected. Even though everything 2020 had in store, we were able to get Beyond Light and Season of the Hunt in your hands. This did come at a bit of a cost, though, and we needed some time to recharge our batteries for a new year. We have no doubt that 2021 will have mountains to climb and unexpected surprises, but we're all excited to get back into the groove for a new year of Destiny development. So let's get the party started. We've got 4 TWABs between you and a fresh season of Destiny 2 content. You are hungry for what we've got planned, and we're eager to dish out the goods. First up, we'll be looking at a few changes to vendors, Dreaming City and Moon rewards, and some sandbox tuning for Hunter stasis abilities in the Crucible. So, pretty interesting stuff. First up is rewards update. Dreaming City and the Moon. Since the launch of Beyond Light, we've been collecting and what feels like a metric ton of feedback on various Destiny systems. While we've shared some plans related to rewards, DDoS protection on consoles, crossplay, and transmog, we have new details on rewards from 2 of our more recent destinations, the Moon and the Dreaming City. Rewards area lead Justin, what is that? Dezet? I think, I don't know. We walking us through some changes in the response to player feedback. Justin says, last month, Assistant Game Director Joe Blackburn spoke about some changes we were making to gear in Season 13 in response to some feedback. Today, we're going to briefly chat about what some of these changes are as they relate to our backlog catalog of expansions and more reasoning behind them. First, let's review a list of what we'll be seeing in Season 13. Reissuing Dreaming City River Dawn and Moon Dreambane armor. There will also be these will also drop with high stats when earned in Shattered Throne or Pit of Heresy. Awesome, makes sense because they're both dungeons. The final chest in Pit of Heresy will no longer drop a fully Masterwork Dreambane armor piece. That kind of sucks, but it also makes sense with the changes they're talking about. Instead, the Dreambane armor piece will have 7 armor energy and is guaranteed to drop with at least a 16 plus in 2 different stats and higher stats overall. That is great. We finally get an armor piece that is actually going to drop with 16 plus in 1 stat. Or 2, actually. 2 stats. So that's 16 plus in 2 stats. Beautiful. Beautiful. That gives me some relevance to actually do these. now. Like I just took Darth Phoenix through Shattered Throne. Yeah, I think it was last night. No, the night before, for his first time. And right now it's not worth doing, but I did it anyways because I said, "Sure, I'll take you through it." I didn't even remember that this was actually happening, but I took him through it anyways, just so we had the opportunity to learn how it worked. So another thing is Dreambane class items will not drop from this chest. Good to know. So, any thoughts on that, Kai? About the reissuing of armor from both the Dreaming City and the Moon, and the repurposing of those dungeons?
Honestly, when it comes down to at least the Dreaming City one, I actually, uh,
Hold up.
that
Can you say that again? You like where you were cutting in and out, so I don't know what was going on with that.
that's strange.
Yeah, right.
Um, one reissuing the look of the
Nope, you're still
Moon
doing the
one.
same thing. I don't know what happened there. It's been going. You were just fine up until just now when I asked you that question. Of course, the one time I ask for an opinion on something, it has to do that. And I don't think it's your microphone. I think it's just something about your connection. I don't know what it is. I just happened to notice it, and I'm like, oh. Try again.
It's give me a moment. And
Well, it's sent. I'll just continue reading if you can hear me. Can you hear me right? Kai. Now I'm losing him. Shit. Kai, my good man.
can you hear me now? It doesn't sound good.
I can hear you, and you sound great. Could you hear me?
Okay. Couple of minutes. Just be sure to get it out.
I missed the first part of that word, of that entire sentence. I'm just going to do this right now. I'm going to continue on for a minute. I'll go ahead and go all the way through this little section here, and then I'll go back to asking you that question, see if that works. Give you some time to work on that, okay?
No, just skip it. Just go. Just go.
Okay. Reissued 4 weapons for the Dreaming City and with new perk pools. So, Waking Vigil, Sleepless, Vouchsafe, and Retold Tale. Dreaming City weapons that drop in the Shadow Throne dungeon can roll with perks that are unavailable from drops from other reward sources. So, I'm assuming Blind Well rewards is going to have a different loot, I guess, perk pool than Shadow Throne, which is pretty cool.
Honestly, I like that.
Agreed.
It gives a reason to actually do both.
Exactly, it does. It does. And then reissued 4 weapons for the Moon with new perk pools. Premonition, Pit of Heresy only, Heretic, Blasphemer, and Apostate. That is the shotgun, sniper rifle, and the rocket launcher from the what's it called? Fuck. Also, the Sorrow are going to be brand new. They're going to be more season relevant, which is great because we really didn't get to use much of those. And honestly, Heretic is a badass slug shotgun. I just hope they add more rolls with that, or they actually throw them in the dungeon. But they state the same thing that Dreaming City has. Weapons that drop in the Pit of Heresy dungeon can roll with perks that are not available from other drops from other reward sources. So I'm hoping they throw in Heretic, Blasphemer, and Apostate inside the Pit of Heresy. But Premonition can only be earned through the Pit of Heresy.
Honestly, go
ahead.
My only issue is with Premonition, because since it's have pretty much to the perk pools for both.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
But,
go ahead. Kai? I'm just going to continue then as I wait. I'm actually... Kai.
Hello?
I disconnected for a minute there. What the hell? It's a bit odd. Are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey. Oh, God.
Gotta love this. It's just being one of those nights. This is what happens when you don't record a podcast in almost a month.
Technical diff-
I might name this technical difficulties. I'm just gonna name it technical difficulties because you're still cutting in and out. I don't know what the hell's going on. No idea why. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of continue on just a little bit since I don't know what's going on. Expanding lost sectors, legend and master rotation to 4 moon sectors. So they'll add K1 logistics, K1 communication, K1 crew quarters, and K1 revelation. Pretty cool. We are making these changes to help preserve the relevancy of the destination, specifically some of the pinnacle and game activities that still exist there. To get more specific, around the actual experience, activities where the reissues are acquired will be heavily weighted towards rewarding reissued gear over capped gear, though the exact weighting and mechanisms may differ. For example, in the Dreaming City, if you have already attained an infusion capped weapon, it will not drop for you again. So, if you haven't collected one of those weapons, it will drop it for you, and then I'm assuming it once you get it once to get it for collection purposes at that old cap, it will let you get the reissued version. I'm not sure if that works. That's how it exactly will work. But while not every gear source or legendary reward will be kept up to date for the entire lifetime, these destinations are available. We do believe there's high value in targeting some specific activity drops for continued relevancy to give you more option to where you spend your time as you seek to improve your arsenal, which is great. I'm so glad they're working on this. Kai, are you still with me? I do not know where he went. Okay. All right. I guess I'll continue going on. I'll see what happens. We might swap over to a different communication system right now to see how much better that sounds. And if there's any other problems, I'm going to message him real quick and find out. Oh, I didn't always do that. Sorry, I'm working on this. I didn't even get these notifications until just now. Sorry, technical difficulties are terrible this for today's episode. Feel for you guys. I don't know. Okay, now he's stating that I left the call. So give me a minute. I'm going to correct that real quick and see what happens. So sorry, guys. Hello? Still not there. Okay. All right. This is some very interesting stuff. I don't understand what the hell is going on. I truly do not know. Technical difficulties are a bitch. That's all I gotta say. All I've got to say. Kai, are you there? Hello.
You finally fucking hear me then.
I can't hear you. Holy shit. I have been sitting here talking to myself for a while.
I have been sitting here trying to fucking get you to rejoin the damn party for the past 30 minutes.
Do you know why? Okay, let me say this right now. I do not have party invites on. I have not party invites. I'm sorry. I have desktop notifications muted on my laptop right now, so I don't get notifications due to that exact reason. I'm hoping this will be done and we don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm hoping. Okay.
Well, now that technical difficulties are out of the way.
What are your thoughts on the reissued weapons and armor? Please speak it. Finally.
Honestly, now that the technical difficulties are done with, hopefully, I'm honestly fine with it. I just wish that it actually.
Hello? I lost you again. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh.
Should be pretty decent.
I did not hear a word you said.
Been talking for a couple minutes now.
I know. You disconnected.
Didn't hear a single thing I said.
Nope.
I'm going to hang myself.
Same. This is some technical difficulties tonight. I'm so sorry for those who are listening to a podcast of this. The struggle is real tonight.
Oh my god.
By the time we get this whole thing recorded, you realize it's gonna be like 4 hours of me having to edit the damn thing.
My head is already hurting.
And we're not even done. This is just the first section.
My opinion is armor good, weapons good, progression hopefully it good.
Yeah,
Did you get that?
Yes, I did. I did get that. I just hope we get good rolls. I do hope we get some new perks, like really good new perks. Not none of them.
Hopefully, yeah.
I'm hoping new perks from the season because I know I'm hoping next season we do get some new perks.
Well, my whole thing is, I just actually want to see some of the quote unquote actually branch out more, to more sources, even if it's just into dungeons.
Oh yeah. Agreed. So you obviously didn't hear me continue from the K1 logistics communication. You didn't hear any of that.
At this point, we may as well be speaking German to each other because I don't know what you're talking about.
The expanding lost sectors. Like
I
read all the way to the next section.
So it's
and again,
already on to the point of legend lost sectors and all that bullshit.
Yes, I've already gone on that. I've already talked about that too.
Well, my whole thoughts is it's about fucking time. Honestly, they should have had that from the start.
They need more. I hate. What is it? How many is there? 3 on Europa. 2. That's 5. 5 lost sectors. That's it. I'm like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. That's stupid.
My whole thing is it needs to not be a seasonal rotation either. That they just switch planets seasonally.
Agreed. It needs to
be that they just expand it, adding more each season.
Agreed.
Keep the rotation with all of them.
Oh, they are. This is just an expansion. I hope
as far as we know for now.
Yeah. One thing I do hope that they would do eventually. Imagine if they added weapons as a chance to drop in them. It sounds stupid, but
instead of weapons, what I would like hear my thought.
Go ahead.
Instead of weapons, have at least a higher chance to drop catalysts.
Ooh,
all
yes.
Catalysts, including vaulted ones.
Agreed. I feel like they should be a way to get catalysts because I'm tired of not being able to get my catalysts.
Because and by catalysts, I mean even the ones that are supposed to be locked in just Crucible.
I would love to get my fucking Vigilance Wing. It's the last Crucible one I need.
One that actually wants. But at least that's my thought on it. Oh, yeah. If they add in weapons, cool. Do I really care about getting the weapons again? No, I really don't. It'd be cool to actually get some of my favorite ones at higher rolls. Higher rolls, higher stats. Yeah, I would. The catalysts, though, those ones. vaulted ones minus, of course, like fucking Outbreak and
Anything dungeon related, like the
either dungeon or special mission related. Those ones, no.
or raid. No, bring the raid ones back. I'd love to get my sleeper catalyst. I'd love to get my.
At least not the exotics from the raids. You know, meaning by no
Teraba, yeah,
no
not those. I'm talking about the exotic catalysts at least.
the
Because there's
catalyst.
no way
Yes,
to get
you know,
Telestos.
including allow the one for freaking what's that gun Legend Acreus actually drop. You know, from that too.
Yes.
You know.
Agreed.
Or if you complete it within under like I don't know 5 minutes, you know, show something crazy like that. You know, in under 5 minutes you get a guaranteed freaking either exotic drop or a potential catalyst drop. They do that. If
I
they,
feel like they should do something with timers.
honestly, they should because they don't. They have the timer mechanic in there for so long and they haven't really done much with it. You know,
No, they haven't.
my
I think
fault. That's about it.
the most that they did was the nightmare trial, the nightmare hunts with
The
the time
trials.
But that was it. And even that didn't reward much. So, do some things with timers. Faster timers, the better. Give us a scoreboard, please, for the love of everything holy and unholy in the fucking world. Give us a fucking scoreboard at the end of any fucking thing. Okay, I made that point.
As long as you do it with other people, though.
Well, even solo would be kind of cool.
Solo would just be a bit of a waste because most of the time, if you're doing something solo, you're trying to get through it as quick as possible.
Well, of course, but that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm just saying for time trials. Like, could you imagine the TFB putting on a race between solo players who can solo a dungeon faster? Who can solo Shattered Throne faster?
Shattered Throne, you should know by now. I could probably solo that thing by with the back of my freaking hand.
Well, I know you could. I'm just saying, like, I want to see the fastest. But as you're stating, if you're solo, there's no point in a scoreboard. I disagree
Well,
because could you imagine having competitions against people being speedrunners and things like that, being able to show their exact time based in game?
Scoreboard is like these like lost sectors, you know.
I mean, not for not regular lost sectors, but like for master and legend lost sectors, of course, scoreboard should be.
No, no. Well, as if you're solo, I don't think that should be there.
I say it is. I say it should be just so you can so you can compare times between people. Because there's no way to track that. There's no way to track it, which is annoying. Like I want to show off how fast I can complete this master lost sector, or how long it took me to complete this master empire hunt. How long it took me to complete a Grandmaster Nightfall, which I still haven't done yet. Don't hate me for that.
Tomato.
I'm just saying. I just think it'd be kind of cool. But
it's with the dungeons, I understand that, you know, because some of them would be fun to actually do solo. Some of them would be actually almost impossible to do solo.
I would love to do Prophecy solo.
No.
What?
Not me.
I'd do it. Like I'm working on getting my Pit of Heresy loadout so I can solo it. I'm not using a guide. I'm just trying to find if I can't get the my own custom build.
Last few runs for Pit that I've done, I've pretty much been doing it solo. I've been most of the time I've just been running carries on people who don't like to listen.
Yeah, it just reminds me I need to get Darth Phoenix his Xenophage because he hasn't done that yet.
Still?
Shit, yeah, I haven't done that yet. We've been busy doing other things. He's in the Lost Sector part, and I hate that part. That's my least favorite part. I will do Pit of Heresy, and I would do the introduction to the quest. I hate doing that damn Lost Sector and having to do that damn puzzle every single fucking time. I hate
It's just because of how
long and tedious, and if you fuck up once, you have to reset the whole damn thing and do it all over the fuck again.
At least just Lost Sector itself, not all of them.
But it's fucking annoying. Especially on some of those lost sectors that are they're time gated in the sense, like you have to do certain things before it activates the boss fight. It's fucking annoying. So
Can you just imagine if you fucked up on one of them and you had to redo them all.
Oh, dude, fuck you. Fuck you. Get the fuck out. Fuck you. You know how many times I've had to enter that puzzle code because your ass won't? Too many. Too many fucking times.
Well, actually, no, not too many. There was only, what, twice that I've helped out with somebody?
Yeah.
And one of them weren't there for the code. I put in the codes on that one.
Oh, okay. I wasn't there for that.
Oh, yours is there for actually running the dungeon.
Ah. But most of the time, I ever help anybody get Xenophage, I'm usually the one doing the puzzle. I'm doing the Xenophage, the actual boss fight, which I found out is actually not bugged if you're using stasis. It does not count.
It's essentially cheesable if you're just using stasis.
Nope.
Well, yeah, as long as you have stasis equipped.
No, it's not.
No more?
Nope. It was a bug.
Oh, damn it.
I know. I was so happy when I saw that happen, and then it was just a bug. I think. No.
Damn it.
Yeah, it was just a bug. Because I had stasis on the last time I took somebody through it, and it didn't do anything.
Oh, you live and learn.
But it wasn't, like, terrible either. I mean, I used stasis still. And I used, what was it? Oh, I could only imagine using Eyes of Tomorrow on that. Oh, it'd be disgusting.
Not really.
Be fun. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue before we get lost.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to reread the little section after the little tiny amount of information about the expanded lost sectors after that?
Let's continue on wherever you're at.
Okay, because I'm at the turning the tokens. So.
Continue from there then.
Okay. All right. Since Destiny 2 launched, Guardians have been amassing vendor reputation tokens. These could be turned in for legendary gear, which would usually be dismantled for legendary shards and materials. Looking to the future, the team is excited to update the ways in which you earn reputation with ritual vendors and the rewards that come from them. And it goes back to the guy that just talked about. So Justin then goes on to say, the rewards for continuous ritual playlist completion has been a subject that's come up several times as we've looked over Beyond Light feedback, and we're happy to announce that some changes are coming to Gambit, Crucible, and Strike reward structure. Oh, so they do mention strikes here. Firstly, we'll be adding 2 new unique weapons rewards to each of the 3 playlist rituals. So 6 total across all 3 activities. These weapons are in addition to the ones added in Season of the Hunt, and continue to have a small chance to drop at the end of each activity. So 6 total. So does that mean 2 per playlist, or is that 6 per playlist?
2 per playlist.
That's stupid.
Not really.
No, it says right here. First, we'll be adding 2 new unique weapon rewards to each of the 3 playlist rituals. So 6 across all 3 activities.
Yeah, 2 for each playlist. 2 per playlist.
Plus the previous ones.
Yes. So there's a total of 3 per playlist.
That's
which gives you 6 this coming season. On top of the 3 we already have.
I don't know. Anyways, that's just confusing as fuck.
Is this simple math hurting your head?
It's not simple math. You're not mathing it correctly.
Yes, I am.
There are 3 playlists, and they have 2 in them. That is 6. Yes. There's only 1 in each playlist right now.
Yes.
Xenoclass
and they're adding
strikes.
2 more. They're adding 2 more per playlist. This coming season.
They're adding 2 more. 2 more.
Playlist.
That's still technically 3 per playlist. That's 9. It's 9.
Technically, yes.
That is 9. That is not 6. That is 9. Do not argue with me. I will prove this with math.
You fool.
I will literally record my phone adding this on a calculator.
You fool.
To put in the video version of this podcast right now.
They're only talking about the ones coming next season. They're not talking about Xenoclass or freaking any of the other bullshit. No, they're talking about new ones, the ones we don't know the names of.
Shut up.
I'm
Leave me
right
alone.
and you know it.
Leave me alone. We just had a 5-minute argument over math. What the fuck?
We've had fucking 30-minute arguments over stupider shit.
That's true. That's true. I just think it's funny. Holy crap. All right. What a way to go. All right. Second starting in season 13 for Gambit and Crucible, which is Valor. And in a future season for Strikes, rank rewards will be visible on the ritual vendors. Each season, you'll be greeted by a row of rewards, progression towards which will be earned automatically as you complete relevant playlist activities. Instead of having rank rewards dropped automatically into your loot stream, you now have to be. Oh, that's gay. They now have to be picked up from manually from the vendor system. Are you fucking kidding me? I have to
Thank you.
fly to the fucking tower.
Thank
What
you.
the hell? What the
Gives us a
absolute
reason to
hell?
fucking go back.
Oh man, that's so stupid.
In other words, they're doing it at least more akin to how that you choose what not yet. You know, there's still not the choice of either armor or weapons. Not yet.
No.
But at least gives us a reason to go back to gives us a reason to go back and, let's say, pick more bounties on the way.
Well, but then what the point of the fucking app thing then? They just added the whole bounties and orbit thing. What's the fucking point?
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you'd pick up the rewards with the app.
No, it says you have to visit the vendor.
Or down. Maybe working on
True.
later on. Because remember how long they were talking about doing the bounties from the app for a while. You know, remember how long they were talking about that? Because if I remember correctly, talking about it actually vocally to the community, and look at how long it took them to actually implement it.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's good to know. Okay, so don't hate me. I wasn't ignoring you. I was reading ahead. Sorry.
No, you're ignoring me. I know how it is. I know how it is.
Anyways, they said now that you have to pick this up manually from the vendor list. We feel this gives much better visibility into what you'll be earning as you progress, and helps you make better choices about where to spend your time. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good for them. But they just state that progression is on a per ritual basis. You can be rank 10 for Crucible and rank 4 for Gambit. For example, you'll reset your rank right at the vendor by picking up the final reward. So that's kind of cool. So you don't have to do it from orbit anymore. You actually just go straight to the vendor and you grab the final reward from it, and it resets your rank. Beautiful.
No need to wait 5 minutes just holding a button.
I know. I hated that. But here are the rewards. So rank 4 is 3 upgrade modules. Cool. Rank 7, 3 enhancement cores. Rank 10, Seasonal Ritual Shader, changes to 3 enhancement cores after resetting your rank. So these are actually continuous. Awesome. I'm actually okay with that. Rank 13 is 2 enhancement prisms. Rank 16 is a Seasonal Ritual Emblem, which will change to a 2 times enhancement prisms after resetting your rank. And then reset reward is Ascendant Shard, but it changes to an exotic engram after resetting your rank. So I like that.
Honestly, for me, I like it. You know, I do like the system because honestly, it gives us another guaranteed reward for another golf ball. You know.
Yes.
Because
you can't earn those anywhere unless you're running masters for everything. And that's even a guaranteed drop either.
Especially since they're not going to be running masters or grandmasters. Mm-hmm. Even during the double rewards, they're not going to be running freaking legends.
No.
Because even then, even though golf balls can drop during legends on double rewards, they're not going to run those.
No. Well, why waste my time running that?
Yeah. Oh, and for those of us who do that, with my luck, you don't get any.
True. I have really bad luck too. I say that, but the same day I did a Last Wish last week, I got 3 exotics from it. Random drop exotics too. Don't
Well,
they
if that's the case, that actually reminds me of a sort of raid activity that me and Vesper were thinking of, and I actually want to run it by you
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah, dude, do it. Shoot me.
Um, with it changing to an exotic engram,
That's kind of cool.
that's another guaranteed way to get a fucking exotic.
Yeah.
Because if
And
it works on the
especially,
same
go ahead.
if it works on the same knockout system like how Zers would,
Yeah.
then you're pretty much going to be getting a guaranteed armor piece if you have everything. Which, for
Yeah.
me, is a great idea because
I do
as
hope they
many
do
people in
that.
the clan know, as many people in the clan know, there's a certain pieces that I've been hunting. I have not done as I run.
Mm. Same. Same here. I'm working on some of those too. So, I don't know. We'll see.
We on a chat cap, we're always going to need some more for whatever reasons.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Um, all right, I'll move on. Sorry. I got distracted. My cat knocked a drawer out of this desk I'm sitting at. All right. So, they say, due to this automated progression, Crucible tokens and Crucible token gifts are no longer needed and will be depreciated into junk that will delete it to as a full stack starting in Season 13. So if you have any tokens, turn them in now. So if you have any, get rid of them now. So I'm going to do that. Because I have... Too bad Gambit doesn't have any tokens, but I mean, Crucible does, so... And Strike, so I'll be turning on all those. I don't know if the Strike system will have the same system as that, but I'll still turn in all
Eventually.
the tokens anyways. But I currently have... If my... There it is, consumable stack goes in here. I currently have 3,499 Crucible tokens and 484 Vanguard tokens. Why? I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue. Now, the only thing that confuses me about this new system is what are they doing with Iron Banner?
I'm more than likely to do the same thing with it.
But not currently.
Uh,
Because Iron Banner doesn't
at
have its own
least not.
ranking system. It still uses the same thing as Valor.
I know. But more than likely, what they're going to do is change it to where, for how many games you play,
Oh, yeah, you could do
or
that.
or
Or they could
still
just
does the
or
token
they could
thing, but
they do the same. They just
or
give you
they
the level reputation level when you do that, and they just do the same thing that they do here.
or they you complete matches and everything. They're pretty much already added into your reputation list.
Mm, right.
You know? Instead of actually having to go in tournament, it just gives you the notification that you get a rank up.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that. I mean, because I feel like Iron Banner should have its own leveling system, separate from Crucible. Personally,
Honestly, they should, because it had its own leveling system in Destiny 1. That's, if I remember
every
correctly,
activity has its
was
own fucking level. Dude, every vendor had its own leveling system. Every
well,
vendor, including both of the Crucible vendors. Both Shaxx and the Quartermaster had different
well, oh, that's the thing with the quartermaster. They may have had a separate ranking system with them. It's just that you can never really rank it up.
no.
You could just buy the fucking weapons there.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, I'm just saying.
Which on the weapon vendor resets, people were always fucking gathering that one.
Oh yeah. Well, Crucible has some good weapons. But anyways, there's that.
The nightmares are coming.
Right. Next up, we have Taking a Pass, Revenant, Shadow Drive, and Fishers. The conversation and feedback on rewards wasn't the only thing that we were tracking over the holiday break. Many of you have been spending time in the Crucible, experimenting with stasis and all the ways in which it can change the flow of a PvP match. Prior to the break, we had a round of tuning for Warlocks. Next up, we're looking at Hunters, but also have some comments on our approach to the future stasis tuning as we head into the new year. Please welcome Combat Area Lead. What is that? Yeah, this is a bad idea. Why did you make me do this? Back to the TWAB to talk through our goals for stasis abilities in PvP. Tomo says, I'm just gonna. That's what they have it. This is literally okay. Don't get mad at me. This is literally how they have it written. Okay, but it says Tomo with a colon there. Over the holiday break, we saw Trials go live, and with that, a wealth of valuable feedback from the community. Along with this feedback, we have been tracking data from Trials and identifying some short-term changes as well as more mid-term goals we are focusing on in the coming weeks and months. Short-term goal, address outlier stasis abilities to keep subclass decision-making interesting. So how to do that, they're going to reduce the potency of Shadow Drive plus Whisper of Fishers against Guardians going live with update 3.0.2, which is the latest one coming next week, I believe. Shadow Dive now has damage fall off versus unfrozen targets. Max range damage reduced from 50 to 5. Damage reduction during ability reduced from 50% to 25%. So,
Thank God on that one. There's people spamming that were almost invincible.
Yeah, they were. Whisper Fishers, which I cannot remember what that one did, but reduced max to minimum damage versus non-super players from 42-22 to 30-4. Reduced minimum damage versus super players from 42-22 to 16-2, and reduced detonation radius versus players from 10 meters to 9 meters. And they investigate the efficiency or efficacy of the Stasis Titan Behemoth Super. We want to let the above changes settle to see where the Behemoth stands in our PvP hierarchy, but this is next on our radar. Any thoughts on those?
It doesn't sound as breaking as to the point like how what the Warlock was.
Dude, they broke the Warlock. Don't hate me for it, but they did.
Oh, honestly, I do admit they did. But they also ended up bringing it back up over the next couple of hot fences.
Yeah, they did eventually, but it took them a while.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They wanted to see how it worked, see where they felt they needed to tune it more. Honestly, I don't think that they're going to be hitting it with a buff after this. Because honestly, the way it sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rate doing too much. Excuse me, sorry. Even certain other abilities in the game, when it comes on the match range on the ability.
Yeah.
Or at least not much.
Not wrong at all.
So,
not wrong at all.
Reduce Matt's range as well as also reducing at least the shatter range on it. Actually, both possibility. Well, let's stop people from using it. Hell no.
Right. I mean, I totally agree with you. Totally. Sorry, I got quiet. What hell? Hello?
Yes, just waiting on you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It just got real quiet. I was just like, I don't know if it got my headset got muted or something. I don't know what the hell happened.
I was thinking you got distracted by something again.
Oh, no. Okay, so continue from there. They said midterm goal, improve PvP subclass usage and win rate balance. Addressing stasis ability outliers will help us lower the ceiling. But we also want to pull other underperforming light subclasses. So good thoughts. I do feel like they do need to definitely balance that out more.
Just a little.
Another midterm goal is review our ability to gunplay balance in PvP. This is how they state it. So, Destiny is a game about both explosive space magic moments and intrinsically satisfying gunplay, especially in our 3v3 playlists. The usage of abilities has climbed as we introduce more and more ways to charge them quickly. We're still in very early discussions, but we're looking into restoring a better balance where proper gunplay is rewarding in these playlists. So, interesting. I think that'd be a good idea. I do feel like gunplay is lacking in this game. It's more ability based than it is gunplay anymore. It used to be.
Only really within the last this last season, you know.
Yes, with stasis being introduced, it's been more ability based than it has been gunplay. Like I don't use my gun very often in these unless I'm using stasis or something stupid. So, um, next, they said a few of you noticed that prior to our holiday break, we were able to get a few sandbox changes delivered faster than expected. Thanks to changes on Destiny's backend and the Destiny content vault, our patch pipeline is indeed better than before. That said, some changes won't happen at light speed, as our team wants to approach appropriate time to collect feedback, check the data, and test proposed changes. Which I agree. I do feel like that's a better idea than pushing it too early and having it fuck over everything. Once these changes have been validated, we'll be eager to get the detail via TWABs, blog articles, and more. So, interesting. We'll see how that goes. Thoughts on that, Kai?
My thoughts is hopefully they don't fuck something up, you know.
Agreed. I am kind of sad, though. We didn't get a director's cut this year. We had that small director's assistant basically cut, but it wasn't, like the 3 article cut we get from Luke Smith normally. So, kind of sad about that. I always
Yeah,
like
we still don't know if they're gonna be if it's gonna be coming out later on this month.
it could, but I'm usually didn't it come out right after Christmas? Usually, like right one of the first things that comes out every year.
Last year was, but
I mean, this
but
year is
that's
gonna
only
be
because
different. Yeah.
oh that it was only released that early. And that so
Nah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping for one, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Um, Next, they go into worldwide community. Sometimes it can be difficult to think how large Destiny community has become since 2014. It seems no matter where you may be in the world, you might bump into a fellow hunter, warlock, or titan. Last year, we bolstered our efforts with the addition of 2 international community managers join us in welcoming a third to the team, introducing our new Russian community manager, Ivan. Not gonna pronounce that last name because no. No, that's all I gotta say. I would read that, but it's not, like, I guess, super important. It's really cool that they're bringing somebody new in as a community manager for Russia, but it's not, in my opinion, I don't feel like we need to cover. It's not relevant. He doesn't really talk about much except for he had past work at Blizzard Entertainment, and he said he does say that feel free to reach out to him to It says, what does he say? This is exact words. Feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to tell me what works, what doesn't, and how things can be improved in the Destiny community. One day, when real-life gaming events finally become possible again, I will be happy to meet you in person. But for now, let's stay in touch via Twitter and on the Russian Bungie forums. So there's ways to reach him.
Just like every
Community manager.
Community manager in there's a way to contact them.
Yep.
There'd be times when it's harder with certain games, but it's still contact somebody.
Yep. So, and then next thing we have is the update that's coming out on so it's update 3.0.2 that is on January 19th, which is Tuesday next week, which is the reset. So just exactly what I thought. What they go over is it'll be their normal times of when the servers will go down and everything like that. But this is what is coming out in that certain update. So hive bosses in Anahan, I think is how you pronounce that, Brood Queen and Zealox were not counting as high boss kills and bounties. Some players couldn't respawn if they died during the boss fight of the Inverted Spire Strike, and players could get out of the environment in several Crucible matches. Some quest items were not dropping in the moon free roam activity. This prevented completion of several Essence quests, such as Essence of Rage, Essence of Insanity, and Essence of Servitude. The Unrelenting perk was not triggering health regeneration. Mida Multi-Tools Catalyst wasn't dropping from competitive Crucible wins. Taken Scions were replicating too rapidly in some Prophecy Dungeon encounters. I did see that. Garden of Salvation Plus. All of them. Garden of Salvation Flawless completions were not awarding the inherent Perfection Triumph. The High Celebrate sometimes wouldn't take damage nor go to the Ascendant Plane. Fix an exploit where players could have Sheltered from the Storm permanently applied in the Deepstone Crypt raid. So if you haven't done the raid or gotten the fucking Sparrow, go do it before they fix this on Tuesday.
That means I'm gonna actually have to fucking get the Sparrow.
Yeah, do the Sparrow fast. It's worth it. I mean, the Sparrow doesn't even. It's cool looking, but it's not like one that I would use personally right now.
I'm not gonna use this for always on over always on time. But it's always on time is best Sparrow in the game.
Fuck you with that, okay? I have not gotten that yet. Mad.
And nor will you ever unless you buy it from the kiosk.
Oh, by the way, we're not naming it. It's no longer just the key. What did we decide on the raid? What was it? What did we name it?
Remember?
I can't remember what we named it. I was going to mention on the podcast. I just can't remember what we named it. Damn it!
We're gonna need to talk to Vesper and him has named it.
Was it Vesper? I don't think Vesper was in the raid with us, was he? I think it was TDO.
It was a raid. I don't think it was a raid thing.
No, it was a raid thing. I remember we did it with Kingsley Mac. That was when we did Deepstone Crypt with you for your first time. It was at boss fight when we were talking about it. We're on our way from third encounter to boss fight.
I was hearing. I wasn't paying attention. I was more worried about.
Because it was hilarious, man. We were sitting there talking back and forth. They were making jokes about the vendor, and then they just started calling him weird names, and it finally became something, and I can't remember what it was now. Damn it. It's going to piss me off.
Honestly, at that point, I was third time in a row.
Yeah. I got to hurry. I got 33 minutes left on my battery before it dies.
And that's why, listeners, you have a charger with you.
I know. I just forgot
when you're doing a recording. I
forgot to bring it because I have a door closed, so my daughter couldn't come in here, and I was just in a hurry. I have food with me. I haven't even eaten my fucking food because it's right next to my fucking mic, so I can't eat. We'll finish this up, take a quick little break, and I'll come back and after we finish the news, and I'll go back to the we'll go to the other gaming news and the questions for the show and end out. They fixed an issue where Cloud Strike hits on the Divinity cage counted as 2 precision hits. They fixed an issue where the Grandmaster Nightfall timer was set to 30 minutes. And they fixed an issue on PlayStation 5 preventing clan roster from loading. Good to know. All right, next step. Next one is a little bit sad. It's called Dust and Echoes, but it says almost 9 years ago, stats and files from our previous franchise, Halo, stopped getting updated on Bungie.net. Since then, all stats, files, and other data from Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3DST, and Halo Reach have lived on in remembrance at halo.bungie.net. On February 9th, the halo.bungie.net website will be taken offline permanently. Everyone is welcome to save their stats and files however they can. If they'd like to save anything, please keep in mind that our news articles, forums, and groups were imported into the current version of Bungie.net back in 2013. So if anyone has any Halo information that they want to save, please do so and hurry before it is removed. So, a little sad, but...
Makes me want to cry.
I know, it's sad. Moving on from the sad moment, we'll go into the very final thing is the known issues. So, the exotic ship reward from the Hive Celebrate mission is not properly showing that it is a rare chance reward in the activity description. Chances for this reward increase with each activity completion. Portals aren't opening in the Hive Celebrant leaves because the black orbs take no damage. Players can mitigate this issue by not using sidearms and not shooting the orb as it immediately spawns. Wow. Genius. Who would have thought? The sidearms thing I didn't know, but the fucking shooting it as it spawns immediately, who the fuck would have thought of that? Okay.
Who would have thunk it?
Enemies in Crucible and PvE aren't colorblind friendly when highlighted. Well, no shit. The Special Finisher mod no longer unlocks for new players. Bower mods do not work when hunters have the Dragon Shadows exotic equipped. The overload shot on auto rifles doesn't proc if you hold down the trigger right after reloading, even though it does the overload animation. I have seen this.
I have experienced this. It pisses me off every time.
Right. Some players receive the bird error code trying to get to the Wall of Wishes in the Last Wish raid. Oh, so wait. Bird isn't the word?
Apparently not.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Damn it. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes at the vault encounter in the Last Wish raid won't let you read icons nor spawn enemies after slamming on the plate or finishing a phase. Sometimes Riven doesn't get stunned on the second level in the final encounter of the Last Wish raid. The Forfeit Shrine Ascendant Challenge completion doesn't count towards the Ascendant Champion or honed for speed triumphs blocking the Cursebreaker seal. The Run the Gauntlet triumph doesn't unlock when completing the time trial in the... What is that? Sumerian Garrison Ascendant Challenge? I don't know. Whatever. Armed car bones are missing in the Shadow Throne dungeon and multiple Ascendant challenges. Players will sometimes go into a Nightfall with 16 people when they try loading into the tower. Whoa. That could be fun.
Wait, a Nightfall with how many?
16 players. Dude.
Okay, if those people don't complete that within freaking 10 minutes, there is something wrong.
5 minutes, man. 5 minutes.
Hey, I'm just being generous because you know how stupid some people are.
True. I've seen it. Sometimes dialogue gets cut off at the end of a Wrathborn hunt. For hunters using the Way of the Warrior subclass, combination blow sometimes stop working and doesn't give gamblers dodge back. Beautiful. Great. That's wonderful.
That's been a bug for the last 2 seasons.
Right. Non-exo characters are receiving exo-specific dialogue on Europa. Wait, there's exo-specific dialogue on Europa? Wait, what? What?
Did you not know this?
No, I didn't notice this.
You fool.
Whoops. The light the Light of the Dawning emblem cannot equip stat trackers, and the coaxial bond ornament for the obsidian aspect, causing the bottom left of the screen to glitch/flicker. Cool. Good to know. Awesome. And that is it for that. DMG closes out the TWAB with, while we may not be in the office, it feels great to be back in the saddle. Always enjoying diving through feedback, discussing the future of Destiny with the team, and figuring out how to tackle the challenges of a new year. Cheers to all who've walked this path with us since 2014. It's always crazy to think how far we've come, and we still have so far yet to go. See you in the wild. Cheers, DMG. So, interesting stuff to go over. Pretty cool. So, I'm gonna take a quick break, grab my charger because I've got 36 minutes. Unless you think we can cover this everything else in 36 minutes? No.
Better get the charger just in case.
No, I didn't think we could. So I'm gonna quickly. We're gonna take a quick short break as I grab this. It's gonna take me a little bit longer because I got food and I'm not leaving my cat in here because the fucking cat will eat it. So it'll take me a quick minute. So we'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We had some problems. Not only did we have tech difficulties, but I had to plug my laptop in. So we're back finally. My laptop's plugged in, so I have a full battery now. We're going to go ahead and continue going on to our other gaming news. So first up, here are a list of games coming exclusively to Xbox this year. So you have Artful Escape, The Ascent, The Big Con, Crossfire X, Dead Static Dive, Echo Generation, Exomecha, Exo 1, The Gunk, Halo Infinite, which everybody knew about, The Last Stop, The Lake, Little Witch in the Woods, The Medium, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Summer 2021. That's when it's releasing, I believe. Psychonauts 2, RPG Time, Sable, Scorn, She Dreams Elsewhere, Shredders, Song of Iron, Tunic, 12 Minutes, Unexplored 2, The Wayfarer's Legacy, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, which I think I've seen game clips of that, and it looks pretty cool. Way to the Woods, The Wild at Heart, the Yakuza Remastered Collection, which is January 28th, and Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, March 25th. Did you hear about any of those games?
There was only 2 of them that I did.
Which ones?
There's 3 of them. Yakuza 6, Psychonauts 2, and for obvious reasons, Halo Infinite.
Yes, well, that's an obvious one. No, see, the one I thought I heard about was, I think, Dark Tide, and it actually looked really cool in my opinion. Let me pull it up real quick on my phone. I'm just gonna look it up. I'm not even a big I don't know the lore behind Warhammer 40k. A lot of it, because I know there's like 2 different ones, isn't there?
There's the Dark Fantasy, and then there's the Space Marines.
Yeah, the space stuff. This is, I believe, a space.
It's if it's 40k, it's going to be tied to the Space Marines.
Okay, that's what the difference is. So Warhammer, if it's just Warhammer, it's going to be linked to Dark Fantasy. If it's Warhammer 40k.
Generally, from what I know.
Okay, good to know.
From what I know, yeah.
Anyways, it's a first-person shooter. And I believe from the images I've seen in video, it looked pretty interesting because, if I remember right, they have 4 characters you can play as. There's this really big, tall guy, and he's a big, hefty, like I'm talking, this dude's huge. And what's interesting, though, is the camera actually changes when you play as him. Like the height of the camera and everything, it's totally different. Like how when you play most video games, the camera stays at the same level every single time, even if the character's just slightly a bit taller.
Yeah.
This game does not do that. No, they basically, that dude's taller than all the other players, so you're looking down on the enemies. It's great. And he carries, I think one of his melee weapons is a big ass fucking sledgehammer. And that game is like gruesome. Like, I mean gruesome.
The Warhammer 40k game, It's a Warhammer game in general. They're always going to be like that.
But yeah, it looked like fun. It looked like it'd be pretty cool. So I was looking. I might get that one depending on, well, if it's an Xbox Series X and Series S, sadly. But I would definitely look into it if you're a fan of the Warhammer series. Um, anything on that?
Eh, nah.
No, okay. I'm gonna skip number 2 because we just talked about it in the TWAB actually. So,
Hey,
um,
at times.
but the next one is the Batman Beyond creator says the show is really made for live action. So, I'm guessing, is this from the original like cartoon TV show that was made? I don't know how many years ago. I'm assuming this is the guy. I mean, I can pull up the article. I just gotta find it again. Um,
Yeah, it's going to be talking about the show.
the old TV show. Okay, that makes sense. I
Eh.
mean, I would love to see a live action Batman Beyond TV show. I feel like that'd be really cool. I liked Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond was interesting.
If they do that, I hope they don't fuck it up. Because if they don't get the right actors, they're going to
True.
fuck it up. If they have someone doing any sort of writing on it that's not based on the original show, they're gonna fuck it up.
Hmm. Well, I do feel like, okay, let me say this. When it comes to DC TV shows, I feel like the CW is the best way to go.
For live action, yeah, but the thing is, they also need to know when to just call it quits on certain ones.
Like what? Are you saying the
For
Arrow should
one,
have quit sooner?
honestly, yeah, in a sense. It's just as it is with the last season of the Arrow, I actually haven't seen it, so I don't know
Neither
how
have
it
I.
actually
I'm kind of behind as it is.
went. But there's just overall a lot of them that they keep on running them through. That's they're essentially feeling like they're running out of source material for, or stretching certain things that they shouldn't be.
Well, I'm just mad that the Flash, that was a, you know, crossover event and started a whole new thing, you know, is still going, and yet they closed out the Arrow. I liked the Arrow. I thought Arrow was actually more entertaining to watch than the Flash. Flash seemed, I don't know. I feel like the DC comics and stuff like that, they're more nitty and more gritty. Like it's got a lot of
Depends on the
dark.
heroes.
Really?
If
I,
it depends on the heroes. If it's with the Flash,
oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Now that I
it's
think
going to
about it.
it's going to be more lighthearted, which is why they made the show more lighthearted.
I don't know. It just got tiring. I mean, the actor's great. All the actors in the Flash are amazing. They're really good. They know how to play off each other really well. But I feel like the Arrow TV show was just better. But then again, I like darker stuff. Like Batman, the Dark Knight series was like really good. Dark was really great when it comes to the Batman Dark stuff because that's what Batman should be. But if you go back to the old movies, it just didn't have that same effect, I guess. It didn't feel as dark as Batman is.
It's understandable.
Because Batman didn't just, punch people till they knocked him out. He did, but it takes a lot more to knock somebody out. How does it get put? Batman beats you till you're almost fucking dead and leaves you in the street.
Well, that's the thing. Depends on who he's fighting. He'll fucking just beat them till they're knocked out.
Yeah.
And depends on who's fighting. He'll beat them till they're fucking close to dead.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I always thought that a lot of the older movies for Batman weren't dark enough, but then again, it was the time that they were made in. But I will say this right now. Do not fucking ever put nipples on the outside of a fucking suit again. Okay? That was so stupid.
What you talking about?
You can't tell me it's not. That makes sense. I mean, sure, atomically
What you
correct,
talking
yes,
about?
but
That was
why?
the best version.
And then, I'm sorry, do not cast George Clooney as Batman. That is horrible. That is horrible. That man cannot act. I'm sorry, I'm not a George Clooney fan. Every single movie I've ever seen him in, he's very monotone, has no emotion. And even for Batman, Batman has some sort of emotion. Okay, he
Mostly
doesn't
anger.
seem like it, but George Clooney was horrible, horrible Batman. And then having who was it? Oh, Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was horrible too. That was horrible, man. That is some wow. Dude, I thought when I watched that movie, I thought I was watching a B movie. I'm like, dude, was this
Honestly,
a
it would have
million
been.
dollar production? Whoa.
Honestly, it would have been better if they didn't force all the ice jokes.
I know it was so bad. That entire movie was horrible.
They
That was
forced
the
so many
worst.
fucking jokes.
That was the worst Batman movie I had ever seen. Like, I would rather go back and watch uh, The Penguin, and that one was so bad too. So bad. Like the Penguin with that black juice coming out of its fucking mouth 90% of his time of talking. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell am I watching? But no, I would rather watch that than go back and watch that fucking Iceman, okay? Just saying. Mr. Freeze does not need to be that way, okay? Um It was bad. That was horrible. What was the one after that? Which one?
No, I don't remember.
Because it was
I
it was
don't
the
really.
Riddler. It was the Riddler. That one wasn't terrible. What was his name? Shit. Who played the Riddler? I can see him in my Jim Carrey. Perfect Riddler. That was perfect. Perfect choice. If you want somebody that can be weird and serious at the same time, perfect actor for that. Just saying. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know where that even came from, but yeah, that was good. That was a good 5 minutes.
That was more than 5 minutes.
10 minutes. How about that?
Okay, let's just say 10 minutes.
But that's all the news we really had this week. Honestly, there wasn't much. Like I had nothing. So, all right. Any comments or questions on any of that?
No, I think you said enough already.
Okay. All right, we'll go on to the questions for the show. So we have 2 questions today, which is pretty cool, especially for our first podcast back. But HR Kingdom writes us, who's one of the newer members for Call of Duty, actually. He joined for Call of Duty, which is pretty cool. He says, I would like to submit the question of why Truth keeps being in the enemy kill cams on Cold War. I am not always in all of them.
I did answer that one for you, HR. It's because he's trash.
Fuck you, Kai. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say. Fuck you. I am not trash, okay? Usually, I'm in kill cams when I'm not even the one dying. I am literally just getting ready to kill the dude that just killed my teammate right next to me.
But are you fast enough to save him? I don't think so.
No, because I walk around a corner 90% of the time.
You is trash.
Shut up. Get out of here. Get out of here with your negativity. And then next we actually have Hazelnut from Guardian Downcast. Actually, he wrote us. He asked us what movie that traumatized you growing up. So I'll let you start off that guy. What was a movie that traumatized you growing up?
I'm gonna need a little bit of think on this one, so you go ahead.
Oh fuck! Now I gotta think too. Damn it, motherfucker!
Okay.
Oh shit. You know, I didn't watch a lot of scary movies when I was growing up. I mean, again, I lived under a fucking rock.
Well, that's the thing. For me, I grew up watching scary movies, so none of them really freaking screwed me up.
Well, see, I watched like MythBusters and things like that, and so I saw how fake blood was made. So it just special effects, they don't bother me anymore. Like I watched some of the older horror movies. Like I watched Jeepers Creepers for one of my first times, and my wife was traumatized by that movie. Like I'm talking traumatized. Like
I don't
she
understand
watched
how
it.
that one I don't understand on. Um,
Like
I think
she,
I think the one movie that would be closest, maybe. Oh, it would be old Stephen King's It,
I
but
haven't even seen that.
that probably only just be because it's a fucking clown.
Oh,
As
my
is, clowns
uncle's.
are fucking
That's hilarious.
clowns are creepy as it is. They're not terrifying. They're just creepy.
It's just weird.
Yeah,
No, it's funny. And my uncle's actually traumatized by clowns. He does not like clowns since he watched the movie It. I'm like, wow, I've never
but
seen it,
the,
so I have no idea.
that's the thing. The movie itself isn't that bad. No,
I've heard
it's
it's not
not.
bad.
It's
I don't know, personal preference. I'm not a horror fan. I'd rather watch something else. So I really didn't get traumatized by much.
and thus why I say you lived under a rock.
I did, I did. But then again, I mean, I'm so used to watching special effects movies and stuff like that. Special effects don't bother me. I mean, it doesn't. I'm actually kind of like, this is gonna sound really gross, but when I watch like in a horror movie and things like that, blood hit the wall or whatever, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see how that works and how they would actually like how they do it. Because they have to do something to make it go in that certain pattern to make it look almost realistic. So it takes a lot of work. So I don't know, I'm just weird like that.
On horror movies, most of the time, most of the time, those are really just done with fucking with art techniques,
Oh yeah,
the paint certain painting techniques to produce things like that.
oh yeah. And I mean, I'm just fascinated by it. It's kind of interesting to see. But yeah, special effects. Ever since I've seen like special effects things and how special effects are made, it just kind of kills movies anymore. Like my dad even had a copy of the old Matrix movies, and the sound and the video were off sync. So the sound effects would play after that scene had already played, if that makes sense, like that certain action or
No,
whatever.
it does.
And
I
he
know,
said
I
it
know.
ruins the movie.
When things are off sync like that, they always do.
It ruined the movie for him. He's like, yeah, it completely ruined my movie, and I could not enjoy The Matrix. I'm like, wow. So I made sure I rented the actual DVD from Netflix instead of using his copy.
Yeah, yeah. Um, is well, things like that happen with if it's either older movie has a chance of it being like that. Very rarely though.
Hmm.
Um, or if it's a poor rip, well not rip, poor burn.
Yeah.
If you burn a movie onto a fucking CD, if it's done improperly, you pretty much just ruined the movie. You
Yeah.
just ruined that copy.
Yeah. So he's like, so seeing stuff like that, I just am so used to it that nothing phases me. I don't know. I'm weird.
Think we all know that one.
Hmm. Leave me alone. Shut up, guy. So, all right. Any comments, questions on those?
Honestly, no,
Okay.
no, not really.
Before we actually move on, I'm gonna double check our channel on our Discord real quick since I don't have it on there to see if anyone else posted any questions before we. Nope. Okay.
I doubt it. There's hardly ever any last minute additions through on the day that we're recording. You know.
Yeah. No. And I just thought I'd check real quick while I had the chance. So, nope. That's cool. So I guess we'll go on to our music for the playlist. So Kai, Do you want to start out with your musics and why you picked those?
Yeah, honestly, well, I try to say for both of them, the reason why I picked them is I, I like the songs, I like the artists.
Nice.
You the first one's gonna be "Don't You Worry, Child" by Swedish House Mafia, and there's also one featured artist on it. Off the top of my head, I don't remember who it is, so I'm just gonna skip that part.
Oh, let me see. Let me see if it's on your the links you
As it
sent.
is, I'm pretty sure
It did
I could
not
look.
state on the links. It just said Swedish House Mafia. Sorry.
Well, that's why you need to click on the damn link.
Oh,
But it doesn't really matter at this point. Um, and the last one is "My House" by Florida.
nice. Any reasons why you picked those, or no?
No real reason in particular. It's just I like the artists, I like the songs, so
Cool. Now, before I read mine off, I got to make sure I confirm exactly if I spelt the artist's name on this correctly, because I could have fucked up. I was not in my right mind. I did okay. All right. So I chose "The Devil's Bleeding Crown" by Volbeat, and I like their sound. They're nice. Good sound. Good song. And then I chose "Serpentine" by Pretty Maids. Not a bad song. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. Just we really didn't have much. I mean, I haven't been listening to music all week. I've been pretty much listening to podcasts and things like that, catching up on things.
yeah.
So I haven't had music on my mind. So I just went through my Spotify and looked at all my liked songs, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to that one for a quick minute. No, I like that one. I'm gonna do that one. I don't like that one. Let's do that one. That's what I did this week for my music playlist songs. So,
Honestly, it's understandable.
um, but yeah. Any thoughts, comments on our music choices, Kai?
No, not really.
Okay. Yeah, you want to. Hmm. I think that's about it, really, honestly, when it comes down to it. We really didn't have much else to discuss besides Destiny, a little bit of Destiny news, thoughts, and things like that. So it wasn't too terribly long. I mean, we're looking at 2.5 hours. It's not bad.
It's still the beginning of the year, so when it comes down to other gaming news, there's
Not much.
really not much to throw at yet. Um, and if there is, especially if it comes down to like Division, but since I've been playing it more, I'll probably say it during the everyday news, since it'd be on my mind.
Right, right. Um, there's that. Oh, so for anyone who's listening to this episode and you're in our Discord, um, if you would like to see in the other gaming news other, I guess, patch notes of sorts for certain games, example being Call of Duty, Anthem,
Vision.
Division, things like that, post in our show. I believe it's called Podcast Feedback Discussion Room. And just let us know, because if you would like to see that, I can make sure to go and find those and put them in our Discord, in our show for us. I mean, our guest may not, play that game, but I mean, if you feel like you feel like you should know, I mean, we can definitely put that in there and make it known to you guys. So, if that's something you're interested in, um, I don't know, just a thought. It just came across my mind. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, we have so many different games out there that there's people that might want to have those things come up.
So many different games that a lot of us in the clan play that may or may not actually keep up on those and may actually want to know if one of their favorite items is actually getting fucking nerfed or buffed or whatever,
Yeah,
So
agreed. Um, quick question, Kai. I mean, I know. While I've got you in the voice chat right now. Did you see my latest post or my message I just sent you real quick? Just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have an answer for my question?
Not at the moment.
Damn. Okay. I was hoping to do this. Damn it. All right. All right. So, for you guys that are in the Discord as well, for guests, if you have someone that you would like to see come on the show, or yourself would like to come on the show and be a guest, please let us know if you're interested. We would love to have anyone on here. Honestly, we would. Uh, just to chat, learn more about you. The whole point of this is to have clan members, community members jump on and chat Destiny or other games, and just chat, learn more about each other. Get to know each other. So it makes it easier when you go into a raid. You can actually chat about things if you all know what you're doing. So if you're interested, or you know someone that you think would be a really cool guest to have on, or you want to hear more about their backstory or things like that, please let us know. We would love to hear your suggestions. That was what I was talking about with Kai. If you all are wondering, still have an answer for that or no?
Oh, off the top of my head.
Okay, well maybe I'll just throw one of them out here. Okay, I'll just throw one out here. Okay. So next week, I'm thinking we might have either. I'll see if we can't get either. Oh, I don't know if we can do Phoenix. We could try and get Darth Phoenix on here. We could try and get Kingsley Mack on here if you guys want to hear from him. Maybe even Sideways Puss. Yes, that is his name. Pretty good guy. He's a really good friend of
All sideways.
Daddy Dez. He's a really good guy. Really good guy.
What would be good? What would be cool though is having both as and sideways on.
Ooh, that could be fun. We might have to do that one of these days. I would say we do Sideways first, separately, and then throw them on here
Um.
together. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I did remember somebody. Coot said he is interested in redoing his.
Yes, I do need to redo his. His was technical difficulties, and let's just say my recording software didn't record his audio or my audio very well. It put all of our audio into one channel, and it kind of fucked everything over. So couldn't edit anything. So, but we'll definitely have him back on here. Here's a weird suggestion. How many of you, leave it in the feedback room, how many of you would want to hear from my wife?
I, for one, would want to.
Well, see, the thing is though, Kai, I wouldn't be there to listen. She'd have my headset, and you guys would have to ask her questions and run the podcast without me. I'd run the recording software, and I would just go with it.
What, you wouldn't have a separate setup there, just to be there on it?
No, I mean, she doesn't have a very good headset, and I don't think you really want to hear her headset. Her headset's pretty bad. If I had a really nice like mic stand and things, I would definitely be here, and we would just share the computer. But we don't have that, so that sucks.
This is why you need to get one, man.
I know,
That's why
but
you
they're
need to get better shit.
expensive. They're so expensive.
You need to get a headset for her, just to,
Those are expensive too.
especially with how often she joins into our discussions mid raid.
True, that is true. But no, I mean, I would love to have you guys do it. I mean, you guys would have to come up with questions for her because she doesn't game all the time, so gaming questions aren't going to help her. So I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to watch and listen to and hear. Like I would actually go back and re-listen to that one because I'd love to see that one. See your responses on some of those things. And if you have any suggestions for other what do you want to call them, sections in our show, I guess, because you've got our music section, our questions section, our TWAB news section, or other gaming news section. I guess, yeah, you call them sections, yeah. If you have any suggestions for new sections you would like to hear from us, please let us know. We're looking to expand. I mean, this is a growing podcast, and it's not like super all up there fancy and everything, but adding new things is always a good thing. So if you want something that you think that'd be really cool to have on the show, we can always give it a try and see what happens. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Kai?
Honestly, it'd be cool.
There's lots of things we can do.
And it is not all of them have to be game related either.
Exactly, it can be random stuff. I know I would never copy this from the Guardian Downcast guys, but their podcast, they've got this little segment in their show called the Speed Run.
I remember yours, dude.
That was
fun. You actually did better than what I thought you were going to do on that.
But that was so much fun. I would never copy that.
But at least let me tell you this. I was expecting you to only get, what was it, 3, maybe 4?
Wow, fuck you, Kai. Fuck you. Fuck you. Wow. I'm feeling the love, man. Wow. All right. Oh yeah, I only expected you to get like 3. Wow. I had 60 seconds to get as many as I could. That's kind of fucked up. Wow. Wow. That's great. Oh well.
What can I say?
You're an asshole. But no, I would never steal that from them. It's a cool concept. I would never want to steal that from them. But if you've got ideas like that, please share. We're always interested. It's a weird place to put this all in, but I figured this would be a really good idea to go through since it's a brand new year. We need this podcast can change. We're already at how many episodes? 17 episodes now with this episode, and who knows? Maybe by a year we'll have some new things going. Maybe we'll have 2 different podcast recordings going on the show. Who knows? It'd be really cool to see all kinds of things that we could do. I don't know. For some reason this all came to my head, and I'm like, what? I'll just go ahead and throw it out now while that's on your mind.
Better doing that than forgetting about it.
Exactly. So I was like, did you get my message?
It's better to do that than instead of forgetting about it or forgetting what you're writing about while you're typing it out.
Exactly. I've done that before.
Or just straight up not finding the right words.
Yeah. Another thing, real quick while I'm here, since this is to the community. If you have any ideas for clan or community events that you would like to see, please, not in the podcast feedback discussion room, but in the clan suggestions room, please post your ideas there. For those, if you have any events, like I'm talking anything, like raid races, dungeon races, things like that, just throw out some ideas. So, cool. I think that's about it. Do you have anything to add, Kai? If you have anything on your mind you want to throw in there?
I'm good.
Cool. Well, want to tell people where to find you then?
Same places as always. Xbox is TFB King Kai, and Discord, including the cursed numbers, it's a TFB King Kai hashtag 8276.
Awesome. Anywhere else?
If you find me if you see my name anywhere else, chances are it's me.
Okay, good to know. My Xbox is TFB Truth Lives. That's capital TFB, and capital T and capital L with a 1 instead of an I in lives. Then you've also got Truth Lives on Twitter, same spelling. Twitch, twitch.tv/Truth Lives, same spelling. Discord, Truth Lives, hashtag 4409. And, with my Twitch being said real quick, I have new subscriber emotes coming out either today or tomorrow. So check those out. Those are pretty cool. Pretty fun. They're Destiny themed. So, yeah. That's where you can find me. But before we head out, Kai, do you have anything you want to add? Like the third time I've asked you.
No, I'm good.
I've talked
I'm
too
good.
much, damn it. I need you to talk more, damn it.
Good.
Cool. All right, well, this has been Truth Lives.
This has been King Kai.
And we will see you out in the reef.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Have a good night, guys. Or morning or afternoon or whatever the fucking time it is for you.
Happy nice, guys.
Damn it. Night, guys.